Welcome to the Rose City Classic Dog Shows. More than 2,400 dogs started the day at the Dog Fanciers Association of Oregon, and we will be bringing you all 7 groups and Best in Show live here on AKC TV. I'm Bill Ellis. I'm here alongside Laura Reeves, host of Pure Dog Talk. Laura, you've been here all weekend so far. I'm just dropping in for the day. What's been your favorite moment so far?
You just come in and you like hang out with us for the big day.
I do, for the big day.
It's been awesome. You know what? There's some great dogs here. We're seeing a lot of dogs from all around the country. Some really good quality dogs. There was a Samoyed puppy the other day that just absolutely blew me away.
It was fun to see the youngster out there.
Yep.
So we're going to get started here in a moment with the non-sporting group. The group order tonight's going to be the non-sporting group, followed by sporting, working, hound, toy, terrier, herding, and best in show. We'll be bringing you all of those groups live here on AKC TV. If you're joining us on Facebook, make sure to go over to our website, which is akc.tv. This live stream is available there, along with lots of great content on demand, including our weekly show, Good Dog TV, and lots of fun breed documentaries, and our Meet the Breed series.
And our judge this evening is Betsy Dale. Is that correct for the
It
non-sporting
is.
group?
Betsy Dale is going to start us off with the non-sporting group. She's from Stockridge, Michigan.
And the non-sporting group to me is such a fun collection of dogs that do a little bit of everything.
They do. The American Kennel Club originally classified dogs as sporting or non-sporting dogs. The other variety groups were broken off from there, so the non-sporting dogs are the dogs that were left. So a variety of sizes, shapes, coats.
Countries of origin.
Countries of origin.
Yep.
Different purposes.
Right. Lots of different jobs that they did.
So our judge, Betsy Dale, gets a chance to have her first look at all of the non-sporting dogs as they come into the group ring and go around.
Okay, this is Spade. This is our group winner from last night with Lindsay Gorder. Lindsay is the handler of Spade, and interesting side note, Lindsay is a college student. She is going to college to be, I believe, an attorney and keeping this dog maintained and in the ring.
She's working really hard. A lot of hard work just to have the standard poodle or just to
Right,
go to school,
right?
right? And she's doing both.
Exactly.
Which is super, super cool. Spade's a multiple Best in Show winner. He's 3 years old from San Diego, California.
And, you know, I just love the varieties. You have 3 varieties, the size varieties in poodles. So here's our standard poodle.
So same standard for all of them, right? So
exactly.
the only difference is the size. Standard being the largest.
Yes, and I don't believe we have a miniature poodle this evening, but we will have a toy poodle that will come later. And you remember that these were water dogs, right? These were water retrievers.
Yep, and the clip serves a very specific purpose.
It does indeed. It keeps the joints and the body cavity warm while they're retrieving in cold water.
Now we have the Sholoites Quintley.
I love saying that.
And I took it away from you.
You
Sorry,
did.
Laura.
This is Alpha, and she is a wonderful, wonderful little dog. I love the hairless breed. They look like a statue to me, you know, and this breed from Mexico, very, very, very old. We think one of the oldest breeds. What do you know about that?
Well, they evolved in western Mexico about 3,000 years ago, so
Right.
a very, very ancient breed. The name is actually derived from the name of the Aztec Indian god.
And that's Susan DiGiorno and Alpha.
Now the very recognizable Dalmatian with those signature spots.
Oh, this is Grace Zykowski. Shout out, Grace. Grace is a Pure Dog Talk fan. That's how I know her. And her Dalmatian is Moby.
Moby's 4 years old, and he's from here in Portland.
Yep. Grace was really involved with the student art contest. She was one of the organizers of the student art contest, so really involved competitor here with her Dalmatian.
And this is her first show dog. How
And
cool.
yes, look at this. She's training for the horseback coaching test that they do at the Dalmatian National.
And trains in rally, agility, barn hunt, diving dogs, lure
Right,
coursing.
right.
Lots
Super
and lots
versatile,
of
the
sports.
Dalmatian. Super versatile dogs. Gotta love that.
Now we're having a look at the Finnish Spitz, a traditional hunting dog in Finland.
This is Adonis with Erica David. And I think the Finnish Spitz are fascinating. My understanding is they bark to make the birds fly. That's their version of hunting.
Right, and to alert the hunters of
Yes.
the birds and everything. And I think anybody that's been to a dog show and walked by the Finnish Spitz ring can attest
I have been to the Finnish Spitz National,
some
I'm telling
barking.
you. I may still have some hearing loss.
It looks like Adonis here talks to his blanket and toys.
And they're from Klamath Falls, Oregon. So over on the other side of the mountains, but a local dog here at the dog show. This is Django the Kazan, yes, with Gene Hargis. The Dutch barge dogs, right?
Yep, Dutch barge dogs evolved in Holland, used to patrol the barges, riverboats, and farms. In the 1700s, Kazans became the mascot of the Dutch Patriot Party.
Oh, wow, that's a cool one I didn't know. I love that.
Yeah, we're full of fun facts here.
Full of fun facts. And the spectacles. Don't forget the spectacles.
That's right. So they have this really signature expression.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the black circles around their eyes. Markings on their little faces. Look at that. See, you can see them right there.
It's a good shot.
Mm-hmm. It was perfect.
This is the American Eskimo dog, developed from strains of various European Spitz breeds. Has that signature Spitz look to them. With
This
those
is
prick ears.
Fizz. Yep, this is Fizz with Randy Benz, owned by Ruth Sampson, Sandy Ray, and Barbara Davidoff, all local folks. And doesn't it talk about they were in the circus, right? The American Eskimo dogs. They were circus performing dogs, I think.
Really?
Yep, and they come in 3 sizes.
They do. 3 different sizes, toy, miniature, and standard.
Yep, I
Randy
think
has
that's
the
the
standard
standard.
version in the group tonight.
And it's Joni. It's Shar Perfect.
Joni's the Chinese Shar-Pei with her handler, Shay Skinner. Chinese Shar-Peis are known for those wrinkles. They have
Yep.
always have a blue-black tongue.
Yes.
Sort of a sandpaper-like feel to their coat.
That's what the Shar-Pei that they say is sand skin.
Yep.
That's what the name is. And they also have tiny little ears. That's one of the interesting things about the breed. The ears are little, and they're tulip shaped. I think they talk about. It's fascinating. They're, again, another really old breed.
This is the Shiba Inu, Kai. Kai's 3 years old with his handler, Lori Jordan Fenner.
He has had a number of group wins, a very fun-loving, happy-go-lucky guy, which in Shibas isn't always the case, so you like to see that. Japanese bird dogs, yeah?
Yeah, and the smallest and oldest of the native breeds to Japan. It is the most popular Japanese breed in Japan.
And Inu is, in my understanding, is basically dog in Japanese. This is Shiba Inu. There is Akita Inu. This is like a tour of the world when you look at the non-sporting
It is,
group.
right? Dogs from everywhere.
Exactly. And this is Tabasco, the Chow Chow, with Lisa Haney. He's 7 years old, so he's going to be a veteran, this guy, from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Another breed that has to have a blue-black tongue, just like the Shar-Pei that we saw. Tabasco's a multiple Best in Show winner and a multiple specialty winner as well.
And you see the Chow Chow walk. It's a very breed typical, that stilted gait that they have when they walk.
Chow Chows can be traced back to China's Han Dynasty over 2,000 years ago.
Yep, so yet another ancient breed in another part of the world.
This is the Tibetan Terrier, Oliver, 3 years old, from Vancouver, Washington, nearby.
That's Jen Holmberg showing him for Lee Whittier. And Oliver is fun. You don't always see a Tibetan Terrier with as much personality as Oliver has. I enjoy watching him.
Tibetan Terriers were raised by Tibetan monks for centuries. We keep saying it, but another ancient breed.
Yep. And one of the many breeds of Tibet. And that face.
This is the Bichon Frise with that beautiful white coat.
This is Scott with Dennis Brown. Done some nice winning, I think.
Number one Bichon Frise in the country, and the national specialty winner from last year, as well as a top 10 non-sporting dog.
Mm-hmm. Young dog. I mean, this is just a 2-year-old dog, so he's been doing some nice winning as a young dog. And don't they just look like little clouds?
They do. A nice option for people who need a dog that has minimal shedding.
Yes, and that is willing to put the time into brushing them.
Yes, they do require some brushing. This little guy that's about to go down and back is the Tibetan Spaniel. This is Reddy. He's 4 years old, with Sal Tremoldor.
And another one of the very old breeds from the Tibetan monasteries, right?
Correct. Related to the Pekingese and the Japanese Chin. They can be traced back to BC. Bred in Tibetan villages as prized companions.
Oh, here you go. This is Diva, the Lhasa Apso.
Oh, that's a great name.
Mm-hmm. For a Lhasa, absolutely. And that's Tia McLaughlin handling her. Tia, I can tell you, Tia and Diva are quite the pair. Her best friend is Tia's 5-year-old granddaughter.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. Lhasa Apsos were once the tradition. It was once the tradition for the Dalai Lama to send them as gifts to each emperor of China.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They're very, very, again, this is one of the greatest things about this group, I think, and we talk a lot about how purebred dogs are our history. And I think it's so fun to really see that history come to life here in front of us. Here's our Laotian. This is Prince. The Laotian is a breed that is very limited in number, and we love to see them at the dog show. And they're an old breed, the little lion dog, right?
Yep, exactly. They have this distinctive lion clip that you see where the hindquarters of the dogs are shaved. We are getting toward the end of the non-sporting group here at the Rose City Classic in Portland, Oregon. It's our first group of the evening. I'm Bill Ellis. I'm here with Laura Reeves.
Howdy. And this is a Boston Terrier with Sammy Lewis. And Sammy gave us cards earlier in the weekend, and now I don't have one.
Well, it's one of America's native breeds, created from a combination of bulldogs and white English terriers.
And again, a really neat little personality on these guys.
Popular companions are always ranked highly amongst the most popular breeds in this country.
Yep. Good size, short hair, all the good stuff.
and a breed that's become really popular in recent years. They
Very
actually
popular.
cracked the top 5 most popular breeds in 2017. The French Bulldog. This is Rudy. He's 3 years old.
Josh.
Being shown by Josh Hargis this afternoon.
And this is a breed that you're right. I mean, the numbers have exploded at the dog
Fabulous
shows.
companions. They are really sweet, fun family dogs. They're this really compact size. So happy to be in an apartment. They require less exercise than lots of other breeds. So we see a lot of them in more urban areas because they're fabulous choices. Be ready for a little snoring.
Yes, a little snoring, and important to find a good breeder. You know, with the Brachiocephalics, you want to definitely do your homework on those guys.
And the national breed of England, now you're looking at the Bulldog.
Denali.
Denali's 3 years old. She's from Upland, California. Being shown by Kay Gray, who's also one of her breeders and owners.
And very successfully. I mean, this is a top 20 winner from last year at their national specialty.
I think Bulldogs might be the most popular dog breed mascot. They're the mascot of the Marines, and lots of different schools and universities have Bulldogs as their mascots.
Well, because they're cute. Look at that face. Some people would, I've heard them say that they look like Winston Churchill. I thought that was kind of, unkind to the dog.
I don't know if that's a fair comparison, but I like it. So our judge, Betsy Dale, is going to make a short list here in the non-sporting group. She's going to pull out the standard poodle, the Dalmatian, the Kazand, the Chinese Shar-Pei.
Bichon. We got Lhasa, Boston, and the Bulldog, everybody's favorite.
She's pulled out 8 dogs that she's going to just have another look at, have them go one at a time around the ring. This gives the judges a nice opportunity to remind themselves of what they saw and felt during each dog's individual when they went over them and saw them the first time.
Well, and it's a good reminder that these dogs are not being judged against each other. They're being judged against their standard. And it's always important, we want that dog to look the same while it's moving as it does while it's standing.
Right, so each breed has a written standard that describes the ideal specimen for each breed. And our judge here, who's Betsy Dale, will have that standard in her mind as she looks at each of these dogs, and she'll choose the one that best fits that standard, not comparing each dog to one another. And
showmanship is part of it, right?
Yeah,
they gotta ask for it.
It's definitely part of it, especially when you get to this level, and she's kept 8 of them out there, and if you're really thinking between a couple different dogs,
all right, there goes the
and it looks like the Kazand is gonna be the winner, followed by the Chinese Shar-Pei, the Bichon Frise for third.
And the Bulldog
for fourth. So congratulations to the Kazand, the Smiling Dutchman. That completes the first group of the evening, the non-sporting group. We've got the sporting group coming up next in a few minutes. We will be right back on AKC TV.
This is a Labrador Retriever. This is a Golden Retriever. They may seem similar, but when you take a closer look, the details tell a different story. These dogs eat, digest, and process energy differently. At Royal Canin, we obsess over these details. So we developed over 200 specific formulas for cats and dogs. Because precise nutrition can transform your pet into a magnificent animal. Royal Canin, incredible in every detail.
There are certain breeds that are going to be great apartment dogs if you live in New York City. There's going to be other breeds that are fabulous working dogs for you if you're out on a ranch.
He is my best friend.
AKC.org is the best place to start because they have all the information about any breed you can think of.
What's not to love about this face?
Roxy sure is having fun.
Party's over, Six Legs. She's got Simparica now.
Simpera what?
Simparica is what kills ticks and fleas like us.
Kills?
Kills! Studies show at the end of the month, it kills more ticks in less time than Frontline Plus and NexGard.
Guess we should mosey on.
See you never, Roxy.
Use Simparica with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. The most common side effects are vomiting, diarrhea, and lethargy. Say goodbye to ticks and fleas with monthly Simparica chewables.
Welcome back to the Rose City Classic here in Portland, Oregon. Today is the Dog Fanciers Association of Oregon. I'm Bill Ellis. I'm here with Laura Reeves, host of Pure Dog Talk. We just concluded our first group of the evening, the non-sporting group, where we saw the Kazan win. We are getting ready for the sporting group, which will be coming up next in a minute. We started the day with over 2,400 dogs. Big entry here.
One of the biggest shows on the West Coast.
Oh, huge. And so much else going on, right? Obedience Rally, CGC Trick Dogs, an amazing art contest.
Yes.
Super, super cool.
Yep.
So if you're here in Portland, you're at the dog show, the art contest is a must,
It's
right?
amazing.
Yeah.
It is literally amazing. And I can tell you, I have been coming to this dog show since I was a little kid with my mom. This was one of the very first dog shows that we ever came to. It's a very almost an emotional thing when you go to these dog shows, and we really sort of form bonds with them. And Michael Faulkner is going to be judging our sporting group, correct?
Correct. Michael Faulkner is from Center Cross, Virginia. I also learned this weekend that this, the shows this weekend are the longest running event in the Expo Center. Nothing else has been in the Expo Center.
I am going to tell
Portland
you,
that
listen to me,
long.
Bill, when I used to come in 1984, seriously, the only thing
Do you
here...
know what else happened that year, Laura?
Is that the year you were born, honey?
It is. So I just gave that away on TV.
Well, I have known you a pretty long time, so I'm saying. But honestly, when we started coming, it was only the building. The furthest out building, that small building, that was all that was here.
Right.
My mom and I would park on the street and walk in, and it was just that building with a few rings and the obedience, and now it's like the sad people that don't get reserved grooming go in that
Right,
building.
and now that one building is just half of the grooming space.
Yeah.
There's so much
Yeah.
going on here today, and a huge turnout of spectators.
Yes,
just
people
fabulous.
love to come here.
So many people attending, which is really, really
Kids
awesome
come from
to see.
schools, and they will go around, and it's just a lot of fun.
So here's our first look at the sporting group as they come into the ring for our judge, Michael Faulkner. Once again, it's our second group of the evening. We saw the Kazan win the non-sporting group just a few minutes ago. Sporting breeds were first developed in the 13th century. They were bred to work closely with hunters to assist them on the hunt. They fall into a few categories. We have retrievers, which go and get the game and bring it back to the hunter. We have spaniels that flush the game so that the hunters can shoot them. And we have setters and pointers, which mark the game for the hunter. And a lot of versatile breeds that can do several of those.
Right, the continental versatile hunting dogs
Yeah.
that are like the Weimaraner here, designed to hunt fur and feather. This particular Weimaraner is Boss. This is a 2-year-old male from Vancouver, British Columbia. We are an international dog show. You didn't know that. This is Michelle Yaden handling. It's the #1 Weimaraner in Canada.
Weimaraner is also known as the Gray Ghost. They always come in this signature gray color. Originally known as the Weimar Pointer, developed in Germany.
And they were used to hunt big game. I
Yep,
mean,
they
like
were.
boar almost.
Bigger game than many of the other sporting breeds.
In this country, very much popularized by the photographer who had the dogs draped in various funny
Yeah.
ways,
Famous
right?
Wegman
Yes,
photographs.
yes.
Our first setter of the evening. There's 4 different breeds of setters. They're all separate breeds, not different varieties.
Exactly.
This is the Irish setter, always in this beautiful signature mahogany red color.
And this is Sherman, again with Jennifer Holmberg. Sherman is 5 years old now, multiple Best in Show winner. The Rollicking Irishman.
Yep, a high energy sporting breed from Ireland.
With a great sense of humor. I mean, they're always smiling. Look at that face. We were talking about our American developed breeds, right?
And here's one.
There you go.
Chesapeake Bay Retriever. This is Flash with Anthony Cantor. He's almost 3 years old. He's an avid swimmer and currently working on his senior hunter title, which
Excellent.
is so cool.
Very cool. We love to see the dogs in a sporting group that are out there doing their jobs. And the important piece to note is that a lot of these dogs are out there doing their
They
jobs.
are. Every time we do one of these live streams, I feel like I say it over and over again. Oh, this dog is working on their hunting title
Right.
or whatever that
Right.
particular breed was bred to do.
And that's so important because our preservation breeders are working hard to keep the breeds doing what they were bred to do originally.
This is the Gordon setter, Nate, 4 years old, from Evergreen, Colorado, with Monica LaMontagne. Gordon setters are the largest of the setters. They're the heaviest boned. They have more body than the other setters.
Right, because they were designed to hunt in moors and heavy bogs
Yeah, they had
in
to go
Scotland.
through the bogs.
They're also kind of the most serious of the setters. You know, their personality is more serious than the English setter is just
Yeah,
sweet.
the 4 setters
and-
definitely
right,
have distinct personalities,
right,
for sure.
right.
And the Spinoni Italiani, a breed you know a little bit about, Laura.
A little bit. And it's actually Italiano when there's only one.
Okay, see, there you go.
Italiani is plural. This is Riker.
The more you know.
Yeah, I know, right? With Josh Hargis. He loves to play very snugly. I think another dog working on his field work, so there you go.
Tell us a little bit about what makes this breed unique and different from other breeds that you've had and shown. And
Right, the Spinoni has a very unique outline. They're supposed to have a head that has divergent planes. So in other words, instead of their head and the top of their head and their muzzle being parallel, they're at different angles. They have a break in the back. They have a lower tail set, a steeper croup. They have big feet. They're very purposely designed to hunt in the mountains in Italy.
And this is the English setter, Colt.
A breed you know a little something about.
I know a little something about this breed. So English setters are the most moderate of the 4 setters. Nothing really extreme about them, and their temperaments sort of match that. They're a little more laid back, very even, sensible hunters, and really sweet family companions.
Yep. They come in this orange Belton.
They do. They come in a lot of colors that people actually don't see. We're really
Right.
familiar with
Right.
orange Belton that
Blue.
we see here, blue Belton that we see, and tricolors.
Right.
They also come in a lemon
liver.
and a liver Belton.
Yes.
Which
We had a liver dog in this area a while back that I said, you know, my very first purebred dog was an English setter. I don't think I've ever seen a liver one. It was cool. There goes Colt with Stuart McGraw.
on your screen right now is the Brittany. Takes its name from the French province where the breed originated. Brittany's are a very versatile hunting breed. They're sort of this medium size.
This is Chester with Christina Ricard. And Brittany's are one of the top. We were talking about dogs that do their job. They're one of the top dual-purpose dogs.
Yeah, a lot of show dogs that we see that are Brittany's have
Dual
hunting
champions.
titers, dual champions.
I think the largest number of dual champions.
Dual champions are dogs who have become champions not only in the conformation ring that we see here, but also champions in the field as well. And this is the Golden Retriever that's going down and back right now.
And the Golden Retriever is with Colin Stone.
One of the most popular breeds.
And from Scotland, right? And very much a water retrieving breed.
Yep, they have this double coat, and the outer coat has a texture that helps them work in the water. And this is the Vizsla.
Ramey. This is Ramey with Connor McFadden.
Vizslas were developed in medieval Hungary as hawking dogs.
Which is the coolest thing. Have you ever seen that when
I've
they
not.
hunt? Oh my
No.
gosh, I know people that do it. They hunt the birds, the dog goes on point, and the falcon or the hawk comes in and captures the bird of prey
That's
that is the prey.
Amazing.
And
So they're working in
yes,
tandem the whole time.
with the hawk. It is incredible. Truly incredible to watch.
Vizslas have a little bit of a leaner look and build to them than a lot of the sporting breeds.
Definitely one of the continental versatile hunting dogs we think of that do a little bit of everything.
Super athletic, popular running companions for people that have them as pets.
And a good medium-sized dog, you know.
And this is the flat-coated retriever. This is Illyria. She's 4 years old.
It's Dinah Bagenstoss handling her. Dinah's been involved in this breed. Though she's a professional handler, this is a breed that she's been involved with for a lot of years. And the flatcoats are not very common. Don't see a lot of them. A very specific head type, very specific outline. Here's your fourth setter.
The Irish red and white setter. We saw the Irish setter, the English setter, the Gordon setter earlier. This is the Irish red and white setter, all distinct breeds. The newest recognized
Yes.
of the four setters.
So sometimes those of us who aren't thinking very clearly forget to mention them. This is Fallon with her handler, Rachel Bachman.
She's 4 years old. Fallon was the national specialty winner last year, as well as the #1 Irish red and white setter in the country.
And she loves to hunt. There you go. And would you believe she's been a mom? She just had a litter last year. Nice.
And this is the German short-haired pointer, Robbie. He's 2.5 years old, being shown by his breeder and owner, Kim Abbott.
Robbie, if our fans will note, is out of the Westminster Best in Show winner, CJ.
Oh, CJ's his dad.
Yep, pretty big shoes to fill.
German short-haired pointers, another very popular breed. They're within the top 10 most popular breeds recognized by the AKC.
Popular hunting dogs, popular companions, very high energy. If you're going to live with a short hair, you need to be able to do stuff.
Yeah, an outlet for that energy.
Yep.
One of my favorite sporting breeds for people who've watched our live streams. You might know, I don't have it really any experience with wire hair pointing Griffons, but I think they're
Adorable.
really fun and a really cool breed. They have this really important coat texture that helps protect them when they're out hunting. A little thicker. It's dense and coarse, and they have those distinct eyebrows and beard.
The hair down over the eyes. Yep. And they're from France, and they're kind of the smaller end of the various continental versatile hunting dogs. And this is Livy. Livy has been having a good weekend here in huge entries of Labrador Retrievers.
Yeah, she won the group the first night, right? And went second in the sporting group last night.
Yep.
I mean, just to win the breed here, very competitive.
Just to win the breed here.
Lots of Labradors.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
She is
and
having a really
America's
good weekend.
#1 dog, so, you know.
Most popular breed in this country.
And this is, I mean, she's a best in show winner. To find a best in show winning lab is not something that happens every day. They're just not as flashy.
What I have at home, I have a yellow lab.
Oh, there
probably
you go.
sitting on the couch, hopefully watching.
Watching you on TV, is he? Good job. Because remember, you can watch this on your, what is it, Roku and...
Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
Yeah,
There's
see,
an
I'm such a
AKC
Luddite. We need
TV
Bill here.
app on all of those devices.
But not on your phone, right?
There's not an app for your phone yet.
Okay,
On your
there
phone,
you go.
just visit akc.tv. That's our website. So that works on any device, computer, tablet, phone.
Perfect.
Visit our website there. But if you do have an Apple TV, a Roku, or an Amazon Fire TV, you can search AKC in the App Store on any of those devices to find AKC TV.
This is Calypso, the Irish Water Spaniel. This is owner handler is Tim Gully. Calypso, the Irish Water Spaniel, is a very fun breed.
They have this characteristic curly coat with
And
that
the rat
tail.
Yep.
This is the English Springer Spaniel that our judge Michael Faulkner is going over right now. This is Rossi. He's 3 years old, being shown by Ellen Cottingham.
Longtime denizen of the Pacific Northwest. Ellen has been showing Springers for a lot of years.
Rossi's just starting his show career with Ellen, which we probably will see a lot of tonight. We saw a lot of it in Palm Springs earlier this year. You know, it's the first month of the year, so
all the new dogs getting
all
started.
the new dogs get to start.
Which I love. I really enjoy seeing some of these new dogs just when they're starting on their careers and the ones that break out. That's fun.
It is fun. This is the pointer, Frisia, a youngster. She's just 7 months old.
She won yesterday, too. It was her first dog show. Isn't she cute?
So her first weekend ever. She's won the breed 2 of the 3 days here. So she's having a really good start, not just to the year, but
right.
You know,
and this is Katie Brown handling, and everybody always asks me, oh, you know, why should I go to the dog show and show my puppy? Well, you train it up, you have a good one, and look at what you do.
Exactly.
This is pretty awesome for this baby. That Samoyed puppy I told you at the start of the show, there's been some nice young dogs here.
So we saw the English Springer Spaniel a few minutes ago. This is the Welsh Springer Spaniel. Always in this rich red and white color that you see.
I think these are one of the most underrated sporting dogs.
I think
really
they're fabulous.
They're wonderful
Sweet,
temperaments.
Wonderful hunters. They're one of the oldest types of land spaniels. Widely used as a hunting dog in England in the 1700s, but not as popular now, not very
and they're
popular.
lower key than the English Springer Spaniel.
Yeah,
they're a little more
temperament.
dog than, not as slobbery as the Clumber. I mean, they're just a neat spaniel. This is Harold. Harold is from Ilwaco, Washington, with his handler, Amanda Judd. He has his own Insta account. Just saying. All right, so the Nova Scotia Duck Tolling Retriever coming up here. And the Toller is a fascinating breed that is developed to do different work than a lot of the other actual retrievers are. The Toller basically calls the ducks into the hunter, isn't that right?
Yeah, it's a really different way
Right.
of working than some of the
Right.
other sporting breeds. And this is the American Water Spaniel, a breed that was developed here in this country in Wisconsin in the mid-1800s.
Another one of our made in America dogs.
The official state dog of Wisconsin. But a rare breed. Like many of the sporting breeds, they have this kind of crisp textured water repellent coat. Helps them when they're hunting. And this is the Lagotto Romagnolo.
Yeah, Lagotto. Stallone, right?
That's a great name.
Yeah. That's Georgia Hyman handling him. Looks like a young dog.
Stallone's 2 years old.
Yeah. This is the coolest breed. They hunt truffles.
They're so cool.
I mean,
I think
right?
it's a fabulous breed. A breed.
Again, they don't really shed.
No, very minimal shedding and very minimal grooming as well. Not a lot of dedication.
No, you just
So-
shave them down and grow it out.
Yeah,
It's
great option for people who want a low maintenance grooming dog, but also a dog that is going to shed a lot less.
And it's a newer breed to the American Kennel Club, although it's been around quite a while. It's newer to the AKC.
Yeah, just recognized in 2015.
Right. And they can be hard to find, but they are a cool, cool breed. And this is our group winner actually from last night. This is Tiffany, Skinner, and Thomas, the Black Cocker Spaniel.
Cocker Spaniels come in 3 different color varieties, so it's the same standard for all 3, just the only difference is the color. They compete in those 3 different varieties. This is the Black Cocker Spaniel. He's actually black and tan, so black with those tan points that you see on his
But they
head,
still
feet,
qualify in the
rear end.
black variety.
Exactly.
He loves to fetch, which he should. Cocker is named for retrieving woodcock, hunting and flushing and retrieving woodcock.
They have a very cheery disposition that you can see there with
Merry
that
little spaniel.
wagging tail.
Okay, the party color Cocker Spaniel this evening is Dominic. He's a 4-year-old dog handled by his owner, Maricel Torres Young. And actually, Maricel, I believe, is the breeder and owner of Thomas, also the Black
The
Cocker.
Black Cocker. Party color Cocker Spaniels are white with any combination of the solid colors or roan.
Yes, I was schooled on roan thanks to Patty Keenan. She's like, they can be roan. I
They
said,
can
oh my
be
gosh.
roan. They can be roan or white with any combination of the solid colors, like we see here on Dominic.
Dominic's had a pretty good year. Ranked right up there in the last few years.
This is the Clumber Spaniel, Frode. He's 2.5 years old.
I think it's actually Frody.
Frody?
Mm-hmm. Yep, Jackie Ross handling. He loves tracking, which is something that a lot of Clumbers enjoy. They are excellent hunting dogs. Having grown up hunting over them, I can attest to this.
Clumbers are one of the originally recognized breeds by the American Kennel Club as
Yep.
well. So
They are the heaviest of the land spaniel. They are named for Clumber Park in Sherwood Forest in England.
And they're heavier and they move a little slower than a lot of the other spaniels, and that's
Right.
so that the hunter can follow them on foot as well,
Yep.
right?
Yep, and they were designed to go through really thick hedgerows. That's what that big skull, thick ears, thick skin. And they are very thorough, very methodical hunting dogs that will always, always find the bird.
This is the English Cocker Spaniel, Kenna. Kenna's 2 years old, and this is her breeder and owner showing her, Courtney Lewis. Favorite food is popcorn and ice cubes. Do you think she eat, do they get at the same time?
I'm wondering if she's on a diet. That's terrible. I don't want to be on that diet. I probably should be, but.
So, in other parts of the world, they have American Cocker Spaniels and Cocker Spaniels. And here, of course, we have English Cocker Spaniels and Cocker Spaniels.
And this is the original.
Correct. Kenna is our last dog here in the sporting group, being judged by Michael Faulkner, our second group of the evening. Everybody's going to get lined back up here for him to have another look at all of them.
Michael Faulkner, a longtime breeder and fancier of golden retrievers, correct?
Very successful breeder and handler of golden retrievers. Showed several top-winning golden retrievers. Pulling out the Labrador Retriever first. It looks like he might just be putting them here in
he may
in
just
order.
end the Chessie. Okay.
The Chesapeake Bay Retriever pulling out second. The Black Cocker Spaniel for third. And the wire-haired Pointing Griffon for fourth. Is that it? Yep.
Boom, boom, boom.
Labrador Retriever wins the sporting group for the second time this weekend.
And lots of happiness in the crowd. There you go.
Big crowd favorite, followed by the Chesapeake Bay Retriever for second. The Black Cocker Spaniel third, and the wire-haired Pointing Griffon fourth. That wraps up our second group of the night. We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be right back on AKC TV to get started with the working group, which is coming up next.
And I think that we're
Home.
going to see.
Home is where family comes together. Home is where you go to relax. Home is where you feel secure. With the AKC line of premium pet products, you can rest assured that your pet feels safe and secure in their home too. AKC, because every home deserves a good dog, and every dog deserves a good home. AKC Secure Pet Living products available at the Home Depot.
This is no ordinary puppy. This is a hero in the making. He is born, raised, and fed to reach his mental and physical best. Eukanuba gives him the animal proteins and DHA he needs for a strong body and mind. Feed the extraordinary in your puppy and make him a Eukanuba dog.
We are AKC TV, the digital network for all things dogs. AKC TV, powered by the American Kennel Club, brings 130 years of dog expertise to dog lovers the world over. From a front row seat at world-class dog events, to training and health tips for you and your pup, to programming created especially for you and your best friend. Find us online and on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. AKC TV. Sit, stay, watch.
Welcome back to the Rose City Classic here in Portland, Oregon. I'm Bill Ellis. I'm here with Laura Reeves. We're enjoying the live stream of the Groups and Beston show here on AKC TV. We just saw the conclusion of the sporting group, which was won by the Labrador Retriever. We saw the Kazan win the non-sporting group earlier. And up next is going to be the working group, which will start in a moment.
The working group being judged this evening by Victoria Jordan, right?
That's right, Victoria Jordan from the Villages, Florida. If you're watching us on social media, make sure to check out our website, which is akc.tv. And you can also find AKC TV on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire TV. So if you've got any of those devices, make sure to check them out.
And it's good that Bill's here today because I don't know anything about any of this stuff, so I'm learning along with y'all.
Looks like our working group is going to just start to come into the ring here. Working breeds include dogs that perform a wide variety of roles. Police dogs, sled dogs, guard dogs, search and rescue dogs. A lot of large and powerful breeds in this group. So our judge, Victoria Jordan, gets her first look at the working group as they come in and go around the ring and start to line up for her. She's going to have the Great Dane come out and get started in the working group.
This is Vixen with Betty Jo Pyle. Vixen is a 3-year-old dog from Fallbrook, California. Just getting started.
One of the largest recognized breeds, and probably one of the most recognizable. Pretty
Very
popular
recognizable.
breed.
Yep. Marmaduke, come on.
Developed from an ancient combination of the Mastiff and the Irish Wolfhound. We'll see the Mastiff in a minute. So many breeds descend from the Mastiff.
Right, all the Mastiff descendings.
Great Danes are known as the Apollo of dogs.
Very much an estate dog. Very elegant. Vixen apparently loves sailing, so there you go. That's.
Oh, do you think she's on the boat by herself?
I'm not sure. It just says she loves sailing when she's not showing. And, oh yeah, she has a chicken. I remember this from, really, a chicken? There goes Vixen.
And this is the Mastiff, one of the oldest breeds. Like I was saying, so many different breeds developed from the Mastiff. They were used as guardians, hunters, and war dogs for many centuries.
I want to say this dog's name. Sino.
Mastiffs were among the first breeds brought to America by early explorers.
Pam Gilly handling, again, a very, very well-known in the Mastiff ring. She's been showing a lot of Mastiffs for a lot of years.
And a big breed, but gentle.
And not very active. I mean, thankfully.
Oh, calm,
Yes.
right?
They do a lot of sleeping.
Yeah, they do a lot of sleeping. They're good with, you know, a good walk a day, but not much more than that is necessary,
Other than that, they're
right?
like, really? I'm over it. This is Luke Bagenstos with the Bull Mastiff. And the Bull Mastiff is such a cool combination of breeds in my mind. The gamekeeper's dog, right?
Yeah, a combination of Mastiff and Bulldog. You can see characteristics of both when
Very
you look at
much.
the Bull Mastiff.
And if I remember right, it's 60 Mastiff, 40 Bulldog, right?
That's correct. For whatever that's worth, I'll believe it.
Pretty sure
that's what we're
right.
told, so I'm going to believe it.
Well, the idea when the judge is looking at the dog, that's the characteristics that they're hoping to see. This is a young dog. I think Luke's just getting started with him. And this is Nash. And we talk a lot about, when we do the live stream, we talk a lot about how much this is a family sport and how much we, as families, I came with my mom, you know, and parents raise their kids. This is Luke and Rowan Baggenstoss, and their children are with them at the dog show all the time, and sometimes they get their own dogs to show.
All right, so this is Rowan, and we just saw her husband Luke with the Bull Mastiff.
And Nash, the Greater Swiss Mountain Dog. And they are drover and draft breed.
One of the 4 Swiss breeds. The Swiss breeds all have the same color pattern and markings, where they're primarily black with these white and tan points.
Xander. This is the Newfoundland named Xander with Kim Griffith.
Xander's 5 years old from Costa Mesa, California. He's the top Newfoundland in the country. He's also won the national specialty the last 2 years. National specialties are held by each breed's breed club. So in this case, the Newfoundland Club of America. So once a year, each of those breed clubs put on a national specialty that's just for that specific breed.
And as the name would indicate, this breed was developed off of the coast of Newfoundland, Canada, as a water rescue breed. And they are still used. There's the movie, the Superhero Dogs movie, shows them. They parachute them or jump them out of helicopters in
into
Italy.
the water for
amazing
search and rescue operations. And this is the boxer. This is Wilma, last night's Best in Show winner, the #1 working dog in the country last year, and one of the top dogs amongst all the breeds. This is Michael Shepard showing her.
And she went Best in Show last night.
And reserve Best in Show the night before,
I
right?
think so, yeah.
So Wilma's having a great weekend and a fabulous start to the year.
People love to come to Portland, man. You can really start the year off right.
Yeah, big show, 4 big shows here. Lots of points available for all of these dogs to kick off the year.
And these dogs are competing, many of them, to be #1 in the whole country.
Yep.
Or to
#1 in their breed,
yep.
#1 in their group,
Yep.
#1 dog all
Good run up
breeds.
to the Westminster Kennel Club show. So Siberian Husky is Jack, and he is being shown by his breeder owner handler, Elvin Izagor. His favorite TV show is Orange is the New Black.
That's pretty good. Not bad.
That might win a prize.
Siberian Huskies are bred to go for great distances, so they have this real efficiency of motion, bred to go for long, long distances while they carry lighter loads.
If you watch a good Siberian Husky move, it's just absolutely effortless. They should look like they're not even trying.
Like they could go forever. And this is the Rottweiler. Very strong, athletic, powerful breed.
Developed in Germany, right?
Correct. Popular as police dogs in Germany.
And Teresa Bradley, who's handling, does a lot of carting work with her dogs. That's one of the things that she's really works hard with.
So explain to us what carting is. I know just a little bit about it.
So basically the dog has a harness and it goes across its chest, and it will pull a cart on command, walk beside the handler who's pulling the cart. Usually a cart has wheels. It's not a sled, you know, where the Siberian Husky would pull a sled. These guys are pulling literally a small cart that you would put things in to take to market, I think is one of the things that they actually use the Rottweiler for. Now this is a Kuvaz, and the Kuvaz, a Hungarian breed, and it's a livestock guardian breed. So you're talking about a very specific job. And the Kuvaz, generally speaking, lives with its livestock. It lives in the sheep pen.
Out
it
in
lives
the field
in the goat pen.
to guard them
Some
and protect
of
them.
You know, come in, live in the house as companions, and they're good, you know, guard dogs who actually will guard your home. But their original purpose, and still frequently used for it, is to be livestock guard dogs. This is Dodger with Antonio Vidmar, owned by Maria Arichadera.
Now we get a look at the Anatolian Shepherd, a breed native to Turkey, used by nomadic herders to move and protect the livestock.
And this is Tallulah, being shown here by Stuart McGraw. And this is a great story. I've seen this dog before. Tallulah lives on a 400-acre working livestock ranch, lives with her goats 24 hours a day. This is what we were just talking about.
Doing exactly what she was bred to do.
And so when she comes to a dog show here at the Expo Center in Portland and looks around like, what up? But she does a beautiful job. She's a beautiful representative of her breed, busily doing, you know, showcasing, again, that history and that geography that purebred dogs offer us the opportunity to learn about. This is Mittens. With,
that is a fabulous name.
I know, with Tuni Conti. Mittens, P.S., is a 4-year-old male. Akita, right? Akita's the basically the national breed of dog of Japan. They used to be given, statues of Akitas would be given as gifts to people when they had babies.
Yep, and at one point, ownership of an Akita was restricted to Japan's imperial family and ruling aristocracy, so held in very, very high regard in their native country of Japan.
And if I remember my history of Akitas correctly, the very first Akitas in this U.S. were a gift from the Prime Minister of Japan to Helen Keller. Many of them brought back with servicemen after World War II as well. And Tuni is not only the handler of Mittens, but also his breeder and his owner, or at least one of his breeders.
Great Pyrenees, number 5.
This is the Great Pyrenees, developed in the Pyrenees Mountains between Spain and France.
This is Kim Kintop. She has been very long time in the breed in this area. Great Pyrenees, you'll notice another big white, fluffy white dog, right? Great Pyrenees and the Kuvaz are very different in style, even if you don't catch it right away. A lot of it is in the length of the coat and the shape of the head.
Another one of these large and powerful working breeds, but another very calm breed. Not very high energy. Happy to have something soft to lay on.
And another livestock guardian dog that can be a companion and guard dog in your house, but is equally happy sleeping with its livestock in the field.
Another one of the Swiss breeds. We saw the Greater Swiss Mountain Dog earlier. This is the Bernese Mountain Dog. You can see those similar markings. This is Cinna. She's 2 years old, being shown by Jean Hargis.
Apparently she's fun and sassy. I like
As she
that.
should be.
Sassy pants. And another breed that I believe originally was involved with carting. Pulling carts to market,
Yep.
dairy carts to
We
market,
actually
if I
went
remember.
to the Bernese Mountain Dog National Specialty to film the
Yeah.
drafting, their
Yeah.
national specialty.
Very cool.
Which is really fun to watch. That video is available on demand on AKC TV, so check out our website, which is akc.tv. You can also find AKC TV on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
This is the St. Bernard is Poker being shown by Marty Glover and Poker Face. I know, it's a great name, right? Very much the monks in the Alps that would use the St. Bernards to help rescue avalanche victims. And you just look at these guys. I would like to snuggle up with that if I was snowy and cold.
Absolutely. We are also bringing you the live stream from the shows in Novi, Michigan this afternoon, the Michigan Winter Dog Classic. And I know the stream switched over to Laura and I here in Portland, but you can continue watching the Michigan stream on our website, which visit the URL akc.tv/Michigan. It's on the event page there. Just click on the player to get that live stream and check out the content as it's available on demand.
St. Bernard's very much the gentle giants.
Here's the Alaskan Malamute. Alaskan Malamutes were bred to pull heavier loads, shorter distances. So a similar look in many ways to the Siberian Husky, but a very different purpose, a much more robust, larger, heavier boned breed, stronger. Bred to pull those larger loads. One of the world's oldest breeds.
It's the breed of the Inuits, isn't it? The native to Alaska?
Inuit tribes in western Alaska use these dogs to hunt and carry freight through the snow. And this is the Samoyed Chatty. That's a good name. Do you think she's chatty?
I bet you she is. Samoyeds definitely know how to carry on a conversation.
They know how to make some noise. She is 4 years old from Bend, Oregon. This is her breeder, owner, and handler, Lynette Blue.
She's a counter surfer. Go figure.
Loves chasing squirrels, like I'm sure many of the dogs here at the dog show like to do.
Very much sled dogs, very much built for the cold, for the Arctic.
Yep, used for herding, hunting, guarding hauling, kind of that all-purpose working breed for those colder climates.
You look at the Nordic breeds, they all have those little tiny ears that are very thickly furred so that they don't freeze. The Tibetan Mastiff is an amazing breed. I just love these dogs.
Ancient breed developed in the Himalayan mountains. They were developed to help protect and guard the flock.
This is Blake. She's just a baby. She's just a year old, being shown by Ed Thomason for Lois Claus and Dan Nicomias, very active members here in the Northwest. She is the granddaughter of the great Bartok, who holds the Tibetan Mastiff AKC Best in Show record.
Oh, some good family history there.
Very much
And the first Tibetan Mastiff that was brought to this country was in the late 1950s, and it was a gift to President Eisenhower.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So we have history and geography and purebred dogs. Again, I love it. Blake is doing very, very well for just being a baby. And a lot of these big working breeds, you know, their temperaments are very aloof. And so it takes people, breeders and handlers, who can really work with them and get the best out of them.
Yeah, it takes some consistent socialization and training.
Socialization is the key for sure.
This is the Cane Corso, an Italian breed.
More of the Mastiff breeds. So many of these working dogs descended from the Mastiff family.
This breed to me just really illustrates that muscular, athletic breed. They look so powerful, but combined with that power, they're a little more agile than some of those other larger working breeds.
That's a breed that really just screams power to me. I'd be a football player. That'd be like that'd be like one of the little linebackers. Offensive lineman, that's what he is.
That's the perfect analogy, I think.
And the Leonberger we're looking at here, this is Leo Rohr. He's 5 years old with his owner handler, Tiffany Coe. And I can tell you, when I first met Tiffany showing maybe this dog, I'm not entirely sure, she was at the AKC National Championship in Orlando, and she was literally like 8 3/4 months pregnant. We were pretty sure she was having the baby in the ring.
That's dedication.
I am
right?
telling you, this was a fact. I was there. I'm like, are you sure you're not having this baby?
He's the second Leonberger in the history of the breed to achieve platinum status, his platinum grand championship.
And Leos are another cool breed, right? I mean, just the history of them is very, very fascinating.
Yep, developed in Germany. Leo also competes in a few different AKC sports here. He has titles, and he has a CGC title.
Trick titles. All kinds
so
of
many
stuff.
of these dogs, I feel like we see so many different titles. They're competing in lots and lots of different sports. Now the Doberman Pinscher.
Andy Linton handling. Obviously one of our most well-known Doberman handlers.
Dobermans were named for the Carl Friedrich Louis Doberman, who was a tax collector who developed the breed in Germany. His goal was to create an intelligent and reliable guard dog that was equally valued as a companion. I think he accomplished that.
Yeah, I think so. Louis Doberman definitely nailed it on that. And just an iconic, you know, if you want to think about a working dog, this is one of the dogs that's just going to jump out at you.
So recognizable. One of the most intelligent,
very versatile,
smart breeds. Then they make incredible show dogs.
That look of eagles, I just now got chills.
Yeah.
When you see a really great Doberman, you're like, wow.
It's so impressive.
Wow.
And this is the Portuguese water dog. Portuguese water dogs were bred in Portugal to help the fishermen bring in their nets. They are one of the most athletic breeds. They are strong and powerful, but so agile, being able to work so efficiently in the water. They come in 2 different coat types,
right?
Curly and wavy.
And also 2 different trims.
And 2 different
you see
trims.
Here the lion trim. They also will come in the retriever clip, which is sort of the same length all over the body. This is Amy Rutherford handling. And they're fun. They have a great little sense of humor.
Really fun breed. Lots of energy, so they need a good outlet for that energy.
Right. This is not the laid-back member of the working group.
But as long as you're willing to give them an outlet for that energy, they're fabulous, fabulous companions. Great
Smart,
family
smart,
pets.
smart. And non-shedding. I mean, really one of those breeds. Okay, this is BB, the German Pinscher. She's her owner handler is Janet Oatney, and Janet just happened to have an experience yesterday here at the dog show that was so amazing, and she is a Pure Dog Talk listener and a Pure Dog Talk fan, and so she shared it with us. If you want to check it out, you can find it on the Pure Dog Talk Facebook page. BB and Janet were at the agility ring visiting with some of the people who come to the dog show, as people come to watch the dog show. One of the individuals they encountered was an autistic individual who did not speak. And she spent 20 minutes playing with BB, Janet talking to her, and the individual interacting with the dog. And I'm getting goosebumps and a little teary-eyed. At the end of the 20-minute interaction, this woman who had never spoken a word said BB's name.
Yeah, I get chills.
The power
of
the human-animal bond is unbelievable.
So special.
If you want to go see the whole story, it's literally gone viral, and it's on Pure Dog Talk. This is our standard Schnauzer coming up next.
There are 3 different Schnauzer breeds, individual breeds. The standard Schnauzer is believed to be the prototype. It's also the giant Schnauzer. We didn't have a giant Schnauzer here in the working group this evening. And then there's also a miniature Schnauzer that hopefully we'll see later in the terrier group.
And fascinating piece of information. I did an interview actually with Janet Oatney, and the German Pinscher and the standard Schnauzer are the prototypes. And in Germany, the Pinscher Schnauzer Club is the same thing.
Oh, wow.
Yes, they are basically the short-coated and wire-coated versions of the same dog. And they each went up and down. The German Pinscher up to the Doberman, down to the miniature Pinscher. Standard Schnauzer up to the giant Schnauzer and down to the miniature Schnauzer. I had no idea of that in all these years.
I never knew.
Fascinating.
I never knew that.
Fascinating what I learned when I talk to people on Pure Dog Talk.
I love the characteristic eyebrows and beard that Schnauzers have.
Yes.
It's such an iconic and recognizable look. This is the last dog in our working group this evening. So our judge, Victoria Jordan, will get to work, have another look at these working breeds, and pick her favorites.
A lot of poundage out there, man. Go back to our football analogy. See there, you got the center, you got the tackle, you got all these guys in this group right here.
So she's just having another walk down the line here to look at all these beautiful working breeds.
Remember, if you're a handler, this is the time you really want to make that picture. The judge has got a picture in their mind of what each breed should look like, and you want to be making your dog look like that picture. All right, she's pulled out the Greater Swiss Mountain Dog, Nash, Newfoundland. So like she's making a cut here. Wilma, the boxer. Siberian Husky. Great Pyrenees, St. Bernard, Samoyed, Tibetan Mastiff. There we go. Goodness. Really strong group of working dogs.
Yep,
I mean, you look at what's in there and what is leaving, and the ones that are leaving are amazing best in show dogs. And I just think it is so incredible, the depth of quality here at the Rose City Classic Dog Show. Okay, everybody's going to go around, have their moment to shine.
Nice. There goes the Greater Swiss Mountain Dog. Followed by the Newfoundland Xander. And Wilma, the boxer, last night's Best in Show winner.
Here comes the Siberian Husky. Easy on his feet. Great Pyrenees with Kim Kanta. Here goes our St. Bernard. Poker's having a good night. He likes the applause. And the Samoyed. Here comes Blake, the Tibetan Mastiff puppy. Young dog.
Our judge is going to have one last look here while she decides who her winner is going to be in the working group.
There goes Wilma.
Like Wilma is going to be the winner again, followed by the Newfoundland, the Greater Swiss Mountain Dog,
and the St. Bernard.
And the St. Bernard.
There's a huge fan club here tonight.
So that's it. The boxer is the winner, followed by the Newfoundland, the Greater Swiss Mountain Dog, and the St. Bernard. That concludes our third group of the evening here in Portland. We're going to be right back in a few moments. The Hound group will be coming up next. We'll be right back.
We all want more time, quality time to spend on what matters most to us. At the Canine Health Foundation, we're committed to helping dogs live longer, healthier lives. That means more playtime, more walk time, and more love time. Visit us to learn more.
Do humans know they are paying too much with Verizon?
No, they just don't know that Sprint's unlimited plan gives you 5 lines for just $24 per month per line.
Wow, that would save us
Nearly $8,000.
What about the network?
Now Sprint has LTE Advanced.
It's up to 2 times faster than before.
No way.
Robots don't lie. The man in the mom jeans is correct.
Get up to 2 times faster speeds and see how you can save nearly $1,000 over Verizon and AT&T with Sprint.
AKC TV, the digital network for all things dogs, brings you AKC Live, featuring canine events from around the country. All the action in your own home. Sit ringside at your favorite dog show. Get a front row seat at agility and obedience trials on AKC Live. Only on AKC TV, powered by the American Kennel Club. Find us anytime, anywhere, online and on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. AKC Live. Only on AKC TV.
Welcome back to the Rose City Classic here in Portland, Oregon. Today's show is hosted by the Dog Fanciers Association of Oregon. I am Bill Ellis. I'm here with Laura Reeves.
Howdy, folks.
Just saw the working group finish up where we saw the boxer Wilma win. We've also seen the Kazan win the non-sporting group and the Labrador win the sporting group as well. So we are 3 groups toward Best in Show, working our way toward those 7 finalists. We are also bringing you live coverage from the shows in Novi, Michigan today. I know we switched over to Portland, everybody, but Michigan is still available. check out akc.tv/Michigan. You'll find it on the event page there. Just click the live player to return to live action there. We'll also make as much available on demand for you as possible, as quickly as we can.
This is Pam Lambie from Arizona judging the hound group. Pam showed an awful lot of hounds in her day.
She did, a very successful professional handler. We have our hound group coming in. She gets her first look at all these dogs. Hounds fall into two categories. We have sight hounds and scent hounds, which describes how they hunt. Sight hounds, of course, using their eyesight, and scent hounds using their nose.
And very different styles of bodies. Think about it, all the way from the Afghan hound to the, you know, the miniature smooth dachshund. I just love this fun group. Pam's going to take a walk down the line, take a look at everybody.
First dog up in the hound group is the Afghan hound, Monkey.
Monkey was the group winner last night with handler Bill McFadden.
Afghans were developed in Afghanistan as a hunting dog. A lot of features that are unique to this breed. They have those prominent hip bones, big feet, this coat that helps protect them when they're hunting.
Definitely the arm candy of the hound group.
Yeah.
And that wonderful floating stride that they cover so much ground.
So light on their feet. We have a really fun documentary about Afghan hounds available on AKC TV in our Meet the Breeds series. If you want to learn more about this ancient breed.
This is Jep Boone. It's serious. Kevin Chestnut. Just a cool dog. American English Coonhound.
There's several different coonhound breeds that were developed in this country. The American English Coonhound gets its ancestry from the English Foxhound.
He finished in AKC. You have to earn 15 points to finish your championship. 2 of those times you have to win 3, 4, or 5 points. It's called a major. Very hard to find majors in a breed like the American English Coonhound.
Yep, not easy in some of these rare breeds.
Yes, and so Jep Boone finished his championship by winning a group. And he's the first dog in the breed to go best in show.
Wow. So a pretty impressive
he
resume
also
there.
Is apparently hunts cougars for real. Yeah, like for real.
This is the Rhodesian Ridgeback, the African lion dog, they're also known as, developed by farmers in South Africa.
And they basically would trot along with the great big game hunters, and they would use them in packs to sort of corner the big game. No one should think that these dogs actually were fighting lions.
They have that characteristic ridge that runs along their back, the ridge of hair that grows in the opposite direction. This is Johnny with his handler Antonio Bidmar.
And Johnny is having a great weekend. This is the 3rd breed win, and these are huge, huge Ridgeback numbers.
Large entries of Rhodesian Ridgebacks. We'll give a shout out to
You
our
see
friend
that ridge right there.
Val Atkinson, who's
Yes. Hello, Valerie.
home
Resting her
recovering
knee.
from surgery and is one of Johnny's other handlers.
Antonio's doing well. He's keeping it up for you, babe.
And a shout out to our friend at AKC TV, Gina DiNardo. And she has a Rhodesian Ridgeback at home.
There you go.
Now we have the Borzoi, once known as the Russian Wolfhound.
And these are beautiful. Another, if you think of them as arm candy, very elegant breed. But the thing to know about Borzoi is they were the Russian Wolfhound because they hunted wolves, and they are strong enough and fast enough and tough enough to do it.
Yeah, they are.
And you don't make a mistake with a Borzoi.
This is Pilot. He's 3 years old, from West Hollywood, California, being shown by Robin Stanchion.
Body slams. Yeah, body slam by a Borzoi, you know
Loves
it.
cuddling, giving kisses, and body slams. Okay, I think you would feel that one.
Yeah. Just to me, a very beautiful. It's one of my very favorite breeds.
Very beautiful, maintained by the Russian nobility for centuries.
Very, and they have that look. They have that look of fineness that comes with the nobility.
This is the Scottish Deerhound, a close relative of the Irish Wolfhound.
Deerhounds have that ephemeral grace about them that I think is really very notable. This is Heidi Gervais with Reggie, and Reggie has his own vineyard, and that's what he likes to run around in the vineyard.
Just to update everybody, our coverage of Novi, Michigan is still available on akc.tv/Michigan, and they are judging Best in Show there. So if you want to check in and see who goes Best in Show there, just make sure you get back over to us here in Portland.
Yeah, because we're cool too. This is like a doubleheader in football, man.
It's
I don't
a
know.
busy weekend. A busy weekend.
Reggie, another dog visiting us down here from British Columbia.
This is the Greyhound. Very recognizable breed, one of the oldest hunting dogs. They were used to chase large game.
This is Emma. She's a 1.5-year-old female from here in Portland. She's a local dog and young. So this is going to be, for a lot of dogs, this is a lot. You know, you think about what show dogs do. This is a little overwhelming for a young dog.
Greyhounds are the fastest breed of dog. They can get up to speeds of 40 miles an hour.
As we had the conversation last night, Greyhounds, Whippets, and IGs, each the speed they could go is fabulous.
But wonderful companions and house pets. You know, I think as long as they can get a good sprint in a few times a week, they're pretty content to just lay on something soft the rest of the time.
Yes. Emma is handling this very well for a young dog. Good girl.
This is the Pharaoh Hound. Pharaoh Hounds have been depicted in Egyptian art for as long as 5,000 years ago. This is Medi, another youngster. She's just a 1.5 years old as well, from Vancouver, Washington, being shown by her rear and owner, Emily Carriage.
Yep, Emily's been in this breed a long, long time. I believe a family.
This is her 5th generation Pharaoh Hound bred by Emily to appear in the groups here. So
That's what I said.
dedicated to this breed, as so many people are.
Absolutely. She and her mom. I mean, it was a family thing. I can remember seeing them. It's been around a long time.
Pharaoh hounds have this interesting quality. They're known to blush. Their
blushing.
Cheeks and ears will turn this rosy
and
color.
Their noses get bright and when they're excited.
This is the Norwegian elk hound, a breed that has been used in Scandinavia to guard homes and hunt moose and boar since ancient times.
That's right, they didn't hunt elk.
Also a comrade of the Vikings.
Yes.
This dog is Hoskeld. He's 3.5 years old.
He's actually being shown by Tony Carter. I think elk hounds are kind of a neat breed because they're just so rustic. They're so what they are, right? There's no muss, no fuss.
No.
And any of you who are dog show people, dog show denizens will know the famous Vinmelka Norwegian elk hounds and the dedication to quality.
Famous breeders, kennel, Vinmelka elk hounds, lots of success. Now the tallest recognized dog breed, this is the Irish Wolfhound. They've been prized for their hunting ability. They were sent as gifts to royal kennels in India, Persia, and Russia at
and
one
they
point.
Almost became extinct because they were so good at their job. They rid Ireland of the wolves.
Of the wolves, so
yes.
Took a few dedicated breeders to really
Yep.
keep the breed what it is.
Brought them back from the brink of extinction.
This is Rowan. He is 16 months old with his owner and handler, Kelly Cromer.
#1 couch potato.
Nice.
Cute.
Wolfhounds, like the Scottish Deerhounds that we saw earlier, have this dense, rough coat that helps protect them when they're hunting.
And wolfhounds are just, again, one of those gentle giant breeds. They do love to go out and run, you know, but they're just not busy.
I had an Irish Wolfhound neighbor in New York City, so if you're okay with a dog taking up a little bit of space, apparently they can make apartment dogs as well.
You know, they're just wonderful. I showed a bunch of them when I was starting out as a handler, and I love that breed. Our Saluki this evening is Jets with David Gignac, also here from Canada. Saluki, absolutely an ancient, ancient breed. Hunting in the desert for rabbits. Very elegant. And very aloof. They're used to hunting kind of on their own. They're not generally a breed that's going to go up and just be best friends with random strangers.
This is the Red Bone Coonhound.
Toretto.
He's 3 years old, being shown by Pamela Muller.
Mm-hmm.
Another one of the coonhound breeds developed here in this country.
A lot of people will think of where the red fern grows. That's what I think of every single time I see a red bone. I think of where the red fern grows and Big Dan and Little Ann. I can't help it.
These dogs are versatile and agile hunting dogs, developed to work over lots of different terrain, from the swamplands to the mountains.
Hunting raccoons, right? You know, all these coon hounds. Mostly I think that they like to, the dogs really enjoy the outdoors. The owners like being out there with them. You know, the houndsmen are very, very dedicated to their sport. Blue-ticked coonhound this evening is Hex. He's a baby. He's just a 9-month-old guy.
Oh, just a youngster.
No, he's a baby.
Being shown by his breeder and owner, Brittany Fisher. Already a grand champion at this young age. It's quite an accomplishment.
Chase his tail. Well, that seems fun if you're a little guy.
Yeah, they tell us Hex likes to chase his tail. Nice.
A cute breed. This is a cute breed.
Very cute. They get that name from that characteristic color, that blue ticking that you see.
Not, and probably a breed I would think would be a good apartment dog.
No, a lot of these hounds need a little more room than that, and they have strong instincts, so they will chase when they get on a scent. So leashes and fenced yards are a must.
Fenced yards, yes.
Now we have the plot hound.
Fascinating thing about the plot that I learned somewhere along the way, I don't even remember where, they don't, I think that they change it so it's not the plot hound, it's just the plot.
It is just the plot.
And I can't remember why. This is Beatrix.
Beatrix is 2 years old. She is being shown by Katrina Looper, who is also her owner. She was the #1 plot in the country last year.
She hunts big game and drinks puppuccinos. Now that is what I'm saying, right? It's that Tom girl.
If you are just joining us, I'm Bill Ellis. I'm here with Laura Reeves. We are in Portland, Oregon at the Rose City Classic. Today is the Dog Fanciers Association of Oregon. This is our 4th group of the afternoon, the Hound group. We saw the Kazan win the non-sporting group, the Labrador win the sporting group, and the Boxer win the working group so far. So we've got 3 dogs so far for Best in Show later.
And right now, Pam Lambie is taking a look at the Harrier. This is Chase. He's a 4.5-year-old dog with Peggy Miller as handler, as well as his breeder and owner. He was the national specialty winner at the 2018 Harrier Club of America. I thought he looked familiar. I was there. Harriers are ridiculously low numbers.
Yeah,
There's
a very rare breed. If you line up the English Foxhound, the Harrier, and the Beagle, you'll see very similar looking breeds, just different sizes. Harriers were developed to be smaller than the English Foxhound so that the hunters could follow them on foot instead of on horses.
And they also, I was told, they hunt hare instead of rabbits.
That's
true.
true.
That was a very serious distinction.
A distinction. This is the Whippet, Demi. She is 3 years old. This is her breeder and owner, Lori Wilson Poust, showing her. She's named after Demi Moore.
The 80s movie, Windborne One Crazy Summer.
Whippets were once known as the poor man's greyhound. Whippets are incredibly athletic and fast. They excel at lure coursing, which is a sport for sight hounds to participate in, where they chase a lure. It mimics what they would do out when on the hunt, when they're chasing the prey. We actually covered the 2018 National Lure Coursing Championship for AKC
Right,
TV.
I saw that. I saw that.
Went down to Florida and just released a special a few weeks ago that you can check out on our website.
Nice.
Spoiler alert, a Whippet does very well.
It's the year of the Whippet, I'm thinking. Okay, the Cernecchi dell'Etna. Right?
Developed in Sicily, yep, Cernecco dell'Etna.
Cernecco, there we go. It's like Spinoni Italiano
yeah,
when
exactly,
there's one.
when there's one.
Got me, there you go.
Been present on the island of Sicily for over 2,500 years. They hunt smaller animals, very adaptable to extremes in weather and terrain.
This is Sparky, young dog, being handled by junior handler, Lily Bennett. Again, back to that family sport, we see an awful lot of, we didn't get to cover earlier, we had a juniors competition finals for the young people over age 9 and under 18 years of age. There is junior showmanship, and they compete in a special event here at Rose City Classic Dog Show for scholarship money to go to school.
This is the Basenji Solo. He's 3 years old, from Fort Worth, Texas, being shown by Brenda Cassell, who's one of his breeders and owners. So I learned something really interesting about Basenjis, and I kind of knew this, but I didn't know the full story, that in the late 80s and early 90s, the parent club petitioned the American Kennel Club to be able to go to Africa and bring back Basenjis from the Congo. So I knew that those dogs were reintroduced here in this country into these lines, and I didn't know that the process by which that happened, and that whenever we see a brindle Basenji, they're a direct descendant of those dogs that came back from Africa.
And they have made at least one, if not 2 more trips since then.
Yeah, a few trips back to Africa.
And it was done intentionally to broaden the gene pool. They had a specific type of disorder that they wanted to eradicate. And this is the great thing about purebred dogs, is these dedicated breeders make it so that they can do that. And that particular disorder has now been largely eradicated. Fanconi's disease doesn't really exist anymore because of those
the work
imports.
that those breeders did.
That's right.
And this is the Petite Basset Griffon Vendéen, or the PBGV for
Again,
short.
one that you might have a little bit of familiarity with. And this PBGV is Fred, and I have to tell you, there is a $100 donation to the National Animal Interest Alliance. I have been promised, if I sing I'm too sexy for my shoes, too sexy for my shoes. So there you go. Colin Stone, Tanya Struble, I'm too sexy for Fred, who is, Right Said Fred is his registered name. Fred is a very cool little PBGV.
This is a really fun breed. They have this great sort of joie de vie and joy for life.
Never has a bad day.
Never has a bad day.
The ears are just for decoration, though, am I correct? Because they don't actually hear anything out of them.
They have selective hearing, but their ears and their build is a little interesting because the petite refers to sort of all those characteristics: shorter ears, shorter muzzle, shorter hocks, and shorter tail. So they're sort of petite all over.
Yes. My joke is about that they don't listen with their ears.
It took me a minute. I was a little slow on that one.
I got him. All
this is the Beagle.
Big Beagle.
Beagles come in 2 different varieties based on their size. So we have the Big Beagle and the Little Beagle. The Big Beagle that we see here is 13 to 15 inches. The height at their withers, their shoulders. This dog is Bronx. He's 2 years old, all the way from Eagle River, Alaska. Being shown by Andrew Mansfield. His best friend is a German Shepherd named Midas. Beagles are always a very popular breed.
Crowd favorite. Snoopy.
Sweet breed. Great family companions.
Beagles.
We have some crew members here who are Beagle fans.
How can you not be a Beagle fan? I mean, that's like pretty much at the top of the list of fandom.
It's true. And now we have the Little Beagle, so exactly the same breed, the same written standard that the judge will use to judge both of them. The only difference is the size, and the Little Beagle is up to 13 inches height at the withers.
And interesting side note, many beagles, not many beagles, but it is possible that a beagle can finish its championship as a 13-inch beagle or start its show career as a 13-inch beagle and finish its championship as a 15-inch beagle, because if they go over 13 inches,
they have to be shown as a bigger beagle.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they're able to do that, which is, I think, am I wrong, but I think that's one of the few, if not the only
Breeds
variety
where that would be.
that's the case. Maybe the mini and a standard dachshund, I don't know. This is Bella with breeder owner handler Leslie Hiltz. Leslie, of course, is also an AKC judge. She's from Australia.
Bella also competes in scent work.
Nose work, yes. Love it.
And this is the Basset Hound, another short-legged scent hound. A lot of these scent hounds are shorter-legged, a little closer to the ground. Basset hounds have these long ears and this extra skin. It helps them to trap the scent so that they can follow it when they're on the hunt.
This is Cash. He's a 17-month-old dog from Olympia with his handler Brian Black. Brian's also one of his owners.
Remember, you can also enjoy AKC TV on the big screen if you have Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, or Roku. You can search AKC in the App Store in any one of those devices to download our app there. You can also find us online on akc.tv and explore the website there for lots of great content, including coverage of past events that we've covered, like today, our Meet the Breed series, lots of fun, informative shows about different breeds, and our weekly show, Good Dog TV, where we have lots of tips for you and your dog and news from the American Kennel Club, fun interviews, and Ask the Expert shows where we have different experts on to talk about all things dog.
And this is Olivia Hodgkinson with the long-haired dachshund.
Dachshunds come in 3 different varieties based on their coat type.
So instead of size, this is based on coat, their variety. And they also come in different sizes. You have standard and miniature in each of the coat varieties.
So the long-haired dachshund has this glossy body coat and a longer coat on their neck, forechest, ears, and tail. Dachshunds originated in Germany to hunt game, from badgers to wild boar, so bigger game for these smaller dogs. And
Yeah, these are serious
they're
dogs.
tough.
Yeah.
They are tough hunters.
Yeah. Badger. Badger are not kind. Honey badger isn't a real thing.
Courageous. I think that's
Yes,
probably the best
courageous.
word for them.
Those short legs designed for them to dig down into the badger set.
And this is the wire-haired dachshund variety. They have a wiry outer coat. You can see that on their,
Their little
particularly on
faces.
this legs and that face with those eyebrows and beard.
I love it. Can't help it. I love my bearded dogs.
This is Ringo. Ringo's 2.5 years old. He is shown by Lisa Bettis.
from Texas. There's a Texas dog up here. Yeah. He loves his horses, apparently, on his ranch in Texas.
I love horses, too.
I'm with him, yeah. You come from a horse family, so there
That's
you go.
I do. A horse family, and then I went to the dogs.
Just smaller. Just take the whole thing. It makes it smaller.
Exactly. Smaller animals, smaller equipment.
Smaller everything.
Less space.
Okay, here comes the smooth dachshund variety. The other thing I think is fascinating about the dachshunds is the temperament differences that you see between the three coat varieties.
Yeah, they do vary a little bit.
Mhm.
You know, I definitely think that wire-haired dachshunds have a little more tenacity,
Yeah,
right?
And the longs are absolute divas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very princessy. The smooth, maybe the sort of quintessential dachshund look, I think, for a lot of people.
They have this short, flat, glossy coat all over, different than the other two varieties. Can really get a good look at how strong those legs and feet are.
And you want to see that keel carried all the way back because that's what they balance on when they're digging.
It's such a quintessential silhouette. I just think that anybody would recognize them.
That's a dachshund. What was that Disney movie about the Great Dane that thought he was a dachshund? What was that one?
That
Do
was
you
a good
remember
movie,
that?
and I don't remember the name of it.
Oh my God. It was probably older than you are, Bill. I watched it when I was a kid, so I'm saying. All right, Portuguese Podengo Pequeno. Isn't that cute? It's a great name. This is Tango, 2.5 years old, from Placerville, California, with handler Adrian Guillon. And the Podengos, I just think they're adorable. I have a wire-coated Ibethan hound, so I think they look like a one that you cut off at the knees. Seriously.
We had a wire-haired Ibethan hound when I worked for a set of handlers,
yes.
and I just think that's exactly what they look like. They look like small versions of wire-haired Ibethan hounds.
cut 'em
Super,
off.
super cute breed. They do come in two different varieties, actually.
Right.
So,
Well, and the medium one is coming, right? Is in miscellaneous.
Yep. There's a. This is the Portuguese Podengo Pequeno, and there's a Portuguese Podengo.
No, isn't it having no?
Well,
okay.
they come in Grande and Medio.
There you-
So
that's
two
the-
different
it's the-
sizes
right.
of that other breed.
And that is our last.
Last dog in the hound
If you're
group.
going to end on a cute note, that seems like a cute note to end on right there.
So they're going to get lined back up here for our judge, Pam Lambie. And she is going to walk down the line, have another look. So she's been over all of these dogs, watched all of them move. And now she has a chance to have another look here and see if she wants to pull some out, make a short list, have
Yeah.
another look at them.
There's an awful deep group here, a lot of quality.
It is a lot of quality.
Mm-hmm.
These groups in Portland are deep in quality and large in size.
Yep.
So
There
she
goes
is going to
Johnny.
pull some dogs out to have another look
being
at.
a breed that she's very, very well
Pam
known
showed a
for
lot
and
of good
associated
Rhodesian
with,
Ridgebacks. So she's pulled out the Ridgeback and the Pharaoh Hound. The Whippet.
And the Chernenko.
The
And
PBGV.
Fred, I'm too sexy for my tail. I don't
And the long-haired dachshund, the wire-haired dachshund, and the Portuguese Podengo Pequeno.
Very good.
So she's got 8 dogs out there to have another look at.
I've enjoyed watching Pam come up through the judging ranks, you know, because she was still handling while I was.
Yeah,
and so
she was
I really-
handling until very recently.
Yeah,
and
she started judging, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, about like that.
we're very fortunate to have
Yep.
her
Yep.
judging.
Absolutely.
She is a great dog person, very knowledgeable.
Well, and just a great eye. You know what I'm saying? And I think she really likes it.
Yep.
I was talking to her earlier today. She's really enjoying doing it, so I love that.
She's gonna
Although
have.
she told me she misses handling.
It's hard not to miss handling when you.
No, I'm telling
when
you
you
no.
participated in this
I
sport.
know.
She's having each of these dogs go around one at a time. There goes the Whippet. And here comes the Cherneco dell'Etna.
Again, one of the things that's great about this sport is when you see amateurs and professionals compete against each other.
Yeah, everybody competes
Right.
together.
And it's a
Junior
teenager.
handlers, professional handlers,
And
everybody shows
some of the
together.
top handlers in the business and a teenager.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's one of the great things. Don't fall down. That's not sexy, Tanya. Here comes Fred. He's too sexy for his tail and runs underneath his handler's feet. Fred. And the dachshund.
There goes the long-haired dachshund. And here comes the wire-haired dachshund.
My favorite. I'm gonna own it. I do have a favorite. It's the wire hair.
We're allowed to have our favorite breeds.
Love wire-haired dachshunds. A million years ago, there was a wire-haired dachshund that I just fell in love with, and it's still to this day.
That's it.
But
And here goes the Portuguese Padengo Pequeno. Our judge Pam Lambie has a beautiful selection of hounds to pick from.
Very beautiful. And she's
And
asking
she
for
is
Fred.
getting the PBGV.
Fred is so sexy. He just went up to the guy.
The Whippet for second.
Love it.
The long-haired
Long-haired
dachshund for third.
Interesting.
And the
And
Rhodesian,
the Rhodesian
Ridgeback for fourth.
Nice.
And that's it. So first is the PBGV, second is the Whippet, third is the long-haired dachshund, fourth is the Rhodesian Ridgeback. So that concludes our fourth group of the afternoon. 3 more to go on our way to Best in Show. Next up is going to be the toy group. We will be back in a moment here on AKC TV.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go real quick.
This is a Labrador Retriever. This is a Golden Retriever. They may seem similar, but when you take a closer look, the details tell a different story. These dogs eat, digest, and process energy differently. At Royal Canin, we obsess over these details. So we developed over 200 specific formulas for cats and dogs. Because precise nutrition can transform your pet into a magnificent animal. Royal Canin, incredible in every detail.
This is no ordinary puppy. And this is no ordinary story. This is the tale of a hero in the making. He is born, raised, and fed to make the impossible possible. Because he is no ordinary dog. He's a Eukanuba dog. Feed the extraordinary in your puppy and make your dog a Eukanuba dog.
My favorite part about being a breeder is putting that puppy into a person's hands. The relationship between the owner and breeder is really important. It's something that's ongoing for the life of the dog. Some of them live in my home. Some of them I don't ever want to let go. Running around and playing with dogs all week long, it's nothing better. The most important thing that you're going to want is a healthy dog. When we sell a puppy to a new family, they become part of our family. We're there to help them for the life of the dog.
We are back at the Rose City Classic here in Portland, Oregon. Enjoying the Dog Fanciers Association of Oregon's dog show today. We're having a special presentation here in the ring right now. This is our best junior handler, judged earlier today. And we just saw her in the hound group as well with the Cherneco dell'Etna. Junior showmanship is a special sport for youngsters ages 9 to 18, where they compete at dog shows and they are judged on their skills and handling ability. That happened earlier, and Lily was Best Junior Handler. Congratulations to her. We have seen 4 groups judged so far this evening. We saw the non-sporting group won by the Kazand. The sporting group was won by the Labrador Retriever. The working group was won by the Boxer. And we just saw the Hound group, which was won by the Petit Basset Griffon Vendéen, or the PBGV. We have 3 more groups to go. We have the toy group coming up next, the terrier group after that, and the herding group on our way to Best in Show. Had over 2,400 dogs start the day here in Portland. A really large entry, some of the largest shows of the year. And there is our toy group coming in the ring right now. Toy breeds were bred to primarily be companion animals. Many of them resemble their larger cousins. Our judge for the toy group this evening is going to be Randy Guerin from Apex, North Carolina. All our toy breeds are going to get lined up for Randy Guerin to have a look at them. And he's going to walk down the line and have his first look and get some initial impressions of these beautiful toy dogs. And the group's going to go all around together so he can see them all on the move as we get started here.
Pug number 23. Silky Terrier, number 12.
This is the Silky Terrier that we're watching in the toy group right now. Micah, she's 3 years old, from Oregon, with Luke Bagenstos. Our first dog in the toy group that we saw a couple minutes ago was Gamer, the pug. Had a little audio challenge there, so I'm sorry that I missed you, Gamer. And this is the Chinese Crested. This is T'Challa. He is 2 years old, being shown by Sammy Lewis. He is originally from Sweden. Chinese cresteds come in 2 different coat types. They come in hairless, where they just have hair on their heads, their tails, and their feet. And then we have the powder puff coat variety here.
That's Chala.
Gotta love that wagging tail. It has not stopped.
I know. Chala is very, very cute.
Here is the miniature pincher, Francesca.
Francesca is having a wonderful weekend.
She is 20 months old, being shown by Jacqueline
Zwern. She's from Northern California. And the miniature pincher, you know, has that very specific, very breed-typical Hackney gait. And Francesca is showing it to perfection here.
Here's the smooth coat Chihuahua. Chihuahuas come in 2 different coat varieties, the long hair and the smooth. This is smooth coat Chihuahua. This is Joey. He is 5 years old from Forest Grove, Oregon.
Chihuahuas do think they are much bigger than they actually are.
Yes, they do. That is a lot of dog in a little package for sure. They are tough and feisty.
And they think
No
they're giant. I have a long coat Chihuahua at my house, and I just love her. And she loves me, and she loves my partner, and she hates everyone else. Jackie. She is oh so Jackie-O. That's a registered name.
This is the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, a very popular companion breed from England.
And the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel comes in a variety of colors. And we've seen the last few nights, we've seen a Blenheim dog. And this is the...
This is a tricolor.
I know, but there's a name for it. Or is it named in the other... It's named in the English
Tricolor.
toys.
It's just tricolor.
No, in the English toys, it has a name.
In the English toy, yes, it does have a name.
I get that one confused. My bad. You'll also see them in solid colors. You'll see the solid red, the ruby,
and black and tan.
And the black and tan.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever wondered what the national dog of Cuba is, here's your answer. This is the Havanese.
Look at that face.
This is Bono. He is 2 years old. He's being shown by Taffy McFadden. Taffy and her husband Bill are very successful professional handlers, but Taffy also bred and owns this dog.
Mm-hmm. And if you'll notice, you watch Randy Guerin feel the coat. The coat texture of the Havanese is a big chunk of breed type.
Yep, they have this long, abundant double coat. It's soft and light in texture. The outer coat, though, is slightly heavier than the undercoat, so it's a very specific texture. And Bono has had a very successful weekend so far, right? He's won the toy group the last 2 days here.
Yep, he's been on top. Just a great end of the year run last year and starting off the year well as well.
Yep, the top Havanese in the country and the national specialty winner for the Havanese Club of America last year. And yes, he is named after the famous rock star. This little guy on the table right now is the Papillon.
Which one is this? This is Tammy Wilcox with Owen. Yes, Owen. The butterfly ears.
Papillon means butterfly in French.
Yes,
you can
indeed.
see that characteristic look with Owen's ears. They have that butterfly look to them.
And he's apparently the office manager at Tammy Wilcox's boarding kennel up in Tacoma, Washington. And you don't see them very often, but they actually have a Phelan, a drop-eared version.
That's right, without the prick ears. They're a very athletic breed. They excel at agility.
And they're super cute, and it's a single coat. So it's not as much coat maintenance as a lot of the other coated
a little
breeds.
less maintenance. Here is the toy Manchester Terrier. We have 2 varieties of Manchester Terriers, and they're in different groups. So in the toy group, we have the toy Manchester Terrier. It's just different sizes. This is Simon. Simon is 15 months old, being shown by Kelly Miller.
And Kelly actually owns this dog. She fell in love with him when he was a puppy and decided she had to own him. And so here she is showing her own pet dog. She loves this dog to distraction. It's ridiculous.
And Kelly tells us that this dog, Simon, tells her that he will be famous one day.
Well, and if you watch Simon, he thinks a lot of himself.
He thinks he's pretty famous.
Yep. Which is awesome to see in a toy Manchester. It's a great personality in that dog.
Here's the Pomeranian on the table right now. Descended from Spitz-type dogs down to the smaller Pomeranian.
Dana Plonky here, a breeder and a judge.
Dana is showing Ty. He is 14 months old, from Linwood, Washington.
It looks like maybe one from the classes today. No, nope, 4 majors. Nice. Nice young dog. And Pomeranians are representative of that Spitz breed, the Spitz type, you know, kind of bred down.
Number 5.
This is the Maltese going down and back right now. Maltese always come in this distinctive white coat. Has to have a very specific silky texture.
Very specific. And they get to have bows. Some of the toy dogs get to have bows in their hair.
They do.
Love that.
Helps keep the hair out of their eyes.
And
See it
P.S.
here.
they're super cute. So that's pretty cool too. Simon Simon, the toy poodle. Remember, we talked to the very first group, we talked about the varieties. The standard poodle we saw there. Here's your toy poodle.
Yep. So same exact breed, just different sizes. This is Hoku. She is 16 months old, like Laura said, being shown by Simon Simon. Poodles are a very versatile breed. We went to the Poodle Club of America last year to visit their Spaniel Hunt Test. They do Spaniel Hunt Tests at the Poodle Club of America. And so we actually had the opportunity to watch them work and hunt. They are...
I have friends that hunt, literally hunt with their miniatures.
Yeah, they're... I mean, that's
Crazy.
what they were bred to do. They have this clip to help protect them when they're hunting in the water. It helps protect their joints and their vital organs to keep them warm. Very, very athletic, smart breed.
Yeah. And really the foundation for a lot of other smart athletic breeds, truthfully.
So here we have the English Toy Spaniel.
Prince Charles.
This is-
Remember, I was just talking about it.
English Toy Spaniels come in a couple different varieties.
The Prince Charles is the black and tan in the English Toy Spaniel.
Yeah, so the Prince
it's
Charles
just 6
variety
months
here is
old, little
white with
girl.
black and tan markings. Oh, she's a
Aw,
youngster.
Flair.
Flair's just 6 months old.
Look at how good she's being.
This is her first show.
Yay.
Well done, Flair.
Manages a
And she's
house.
having a really good
I know, that's what I said. She's doing
time.
great. Manages a house full of Cavaliers. How cute is that?
This is the Yorkshire Terrier. Yorkies are always one of the most popular breeds when we compile our list of most popular breeds
Juju.
each year.
Look at Juju.
Juju, 17 months old.
Apparently Juju has temper tantrums, just in case you were wondering.
I wonder what her temper tantrums consist of. Hopefully they're not too over the top.
Denver.
Denver is the Japanese Chin.
His nickname is Denver Nugget. I love it. The Japanese Chin are just a beautiful, elegant toy breed. Rowan Bagenstoss' family has had Chin for years. And they talk about the look of a startle almost expression.
The breed was actually developed in ancient China, but then made its way to Japan. Very sort of regal breed, like many of those Chinese breeds that were developed. They kind of have that characteristic.
They really carry themselves. I don't mean to be unkind, but almost snotty. Like they think they're really that cool.
Yeah, they think they're pretty hot, right?
This is Gary Stiles with the long coat Chihuahua. And Gary's been showing, again, here in the Northwest, Gary's been showing Chihuahuas as long as I've been in dog shows.
The other variety of Chihuahuas, we saw the smooth coat earlier. This is the long coat. The smallest AKC recognized breed.
Top of the standard is?
6 pounds.
There you go.
And now the Pekingese, our last dog in the toy group. This is AJ. He is 3 years old from Warren, Oregon. Being shown by his breeder, owner, and handler, Laura Markham.
And apparently AJ likes to play fetch, which, I mean, come on, look at this. That is cool.
You see our judge, Randy Guerin, pick AJ up there. Pekingese are much heavier fronted than they are in their hindquarters, so he'll pick him up there to sort of feel that balance and that
hair shape.
Yep, that heavy front also is why Pekingese have this characteristic rolling gait. You see on AJ there. Pekingese were bred in the imperial kennels of China. They were bred to resemble a miniature lion. And the ownership was strictly controlled by Chinese royalty. And now we'll have another look at our toy group here. Everybody's lined back up for our judge, Randy Guerin, as he gathers his thoughts. And he's going to have the entire group go around together. Everybody's giving him a nice look at their dogs again.
It's not our biggest group here, but it's pretty good dogs out there.
Yeah, beautiful dogs.
I'm totally digging the English toy.
The English Toy Spaniel on her first dog show.
Oh gosh, she's having a blast.
Having a great day.
I love
having
it.
a good time.
We should all have that good a day every day, right?
We should all aim for that. Our judge, Randy Guerin, has pulled out the miniature pincher, so we'll see if he's pulling these dogs out in a specific order. The miniature pinchers followed by the Havanese, the Papillon, and the Pomeranian. So he's pulled 4 dogs out. And I think he'll put these 4 in the order in which he wants them. And that's it.
And
the miniature pincher is the winner, followed by the Havanese, the Papillon, and the Pomeranian. Congratulations to the miniature pincher.
Mr. Guerin is rarely uncertain. He definitely knows what he wants to see out there.
So we have seen 5 groups so far this afternoon here in Portland. We have 2 more to go to get to Best in Show. We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be back in a moment.
AKC TV, the digital network for all things dogs, brings you AKC Live, featuring canine events from around the country. All the action in your own home. Sit ringside at your favorite dog show. Get a front row seat at agility and obedience trials on AKC Live. Only on AKC TV, powered by the American Kennel Club. Find us anytime, anywhere, online and on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. AKC Live. Only on AKC TV.
Is your pet trying to tell you something? The Pet Comfort Feeding System by WeatherTech. 100% non-toxic and lead-free. Made from U.S. stainless steel and certified by the NSF. Designed to trap spills and messes. Trust the way you feed your pet. Choose the perfect size and color at petcomfort.com.
We all want more time, quality time to spend on what matters most to us. At the Canine Health Foundation, we're committed to helping dogs live longer, healthier lives. That means more playtime, more walk time, and more love time. Visit us to learn more.
Welcome back to the Rose City Classic here in Portland, Oregon. I'm Bill Ellis, and I'm here with our friend Laura Reeves from Pure Dog Talk.
How you doing, Bill?
We are 5 groups in toward Best in Show. 2 more to go. We just saw the miniature pincher win the toy group. And earlier we saw the hound group won by the PBGB. We saw the Kazan win the non-sporting group. The Labrador Retriever won the sporting group. And we saw the Boxer win the working group. We're getting ready right now for the Terrier group.
It's Dr. Michael Woods doing the Terrier group this evening, is it not?
It is. Michael Woods is from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, Canada. Our Terrier breeds are getting their instructions there before they come in the ring. Here they come. Terriers are rugged, courageous, and very self-sufficient. They were developed, most of them were developed in England, just a few that weren't. They were expected to hunt, eradicate vermin, guard their family's home, and serve as companions.
And I say every year we get unbelievable depth of quality in the Terrier group here at the Rose City Classic Dog Show because we have the big Terrier Association show.
Right, Terrier started on Wednesday, right? Big Terrier show.
And we just get, I mean, every year the quality in this Terrier group just gets better. Really impressive.
Everybody's getting lined up for our judge, Michael Woods. He's going to walk down the line and have a look at all these beautiful terriers for the first time. The Airedale is the first dog in the Terrier group. It's going to come out and get set up for our judge, Michael Woods. Airedales are known as the king of terriers. They're the largest of the terrier breeds.
And this Airedale is Justice. She is just getting started. Yeah, very, very young, 2-year-old. Yeah, getting ready to go. One of Bill McFadden's assistants here.
Airedales were used to track and course game, but they've also been used for police work, as messengers.
A little
very
bit of bird
versatile
hunting, right?
breed, yeah.
Don't they compete in also, I think, spaniel hunt tests?
They might. I'm not sure about that.
I think. There was some talk about that. I'm not entirely sure where that went. Just really kind of the king of terriers, you know.
Now we have the American Staffordshire Terrier. This dog is Poncho. Poncho is being shown by his breeder and owner, Ed Thomason. Poncho is one of the top terriers in the country last year.
And I think one of the things I love about the Amstaffs is that they are really pretty versatile. You watch them he does dock diving, Ed does, with these dogs, and it's just hysterical.
There.
Or lure coursing. You see these big dogs going after the lure. It's just a very, very fun breed.
American Staffordshire Terrier is descended from a Bull Terrier and Terrier strain bred in Staffordshire, England. Very strong, super athletic
powerful.
breed.
Yep.
Powerful. It's the perfect word for them.
And one of a number of what we think of as the bully breeds.
Yep. Here's
along with our next breed, the colored Bull Terrier.
This is Sada. Seda. She's a year old. She's
Lauren House handling. And isn't she the coolest marking for a color bull? Right? She's very cool.
Bull Terriers come in 2 different varieties based on their colors. So same breed, same written standard, just 2 varieties based on their colors.
The white Bull Terrier, I believe, is the original of the 2. I remember.
Bull Terriers have this distinctive head described as egg-shaped.
And very, very happy breed. Very full of themselves.
This is the soft-coated Wheaten Terrier, one of the terrier breeds developed in Ireland. They have a different coat texture than many of the terriers. It's softer and wavier. It has a silky feel to it. This is Mr. He's a 1.5 years old with his breeder, owner, and handler, Elena Lauda.
Elena is a long time in this breed in this area, and he is quite a fellow, this dog of hers, Mr. And she's telling us a story here that she was hiking with him and got lost. And finally, she let him lead, and she found out he was following other people and made it to the top. He got her unlost. So there you go. About a smart breed. Smart dog. Elena's had quite a bit of success in the
Lots of
Wheatens.
success with her Wheatens.
Yeah.
And here is the other Bull Terrier variety. This is the White Bull Terrier. So White Bull Terriers are primarily white, but they're allowed to have a little bit of color there on their head and ears.
I think it can't go past the ears, right?
That's right.
This is Joey from Elma, Washington with Catherine Bowley. Anything and everything is fun for a Bull Terrier. That is absolutely true.
That's very true. Fun-loving breed.
I love this. If it's boring for other dogs, a Bull Terrier will find it. She'll find the humor in it. I love it. That's fabulous. And there we see the Bull Terrier's sense of humor. Here, let me just jump all over you.
This is the Staffordshire Bull Terrier, Zeus. He's 3 years old from here in Portland, Oregon.
Being shown by Shantae Martinez for Ed Thomason. Apparently Zeus loves to pose for pictures. There you go. Zeus wants to have a selfie.
If you're watching us on Facebook, make sure to go over to our website, which is akc.tv. Check us out there. This live stream is available there, as well as lots of on-demand content. And make sure to check out AKC TV on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire TV. If you have any of those devices, just search AKC in the App Store.
This is Pie with Gustavo Molinari. The Irish Terrier is the very racy breed in the tall terriers, they call them.
Yeah, so a little leaner, a little longer than many of the other terrier breeds.
But very fiery, very much own the
Very
ground to
tough,
stand on.
very tough breed. During World War I, Irish Terriers were trained as messenger dogs. You can see our Judge Michael Woods there checking Pie's coat. These hard-coated terriers are what we call stripped, so the dead hair is just removed so that they have this coarse, textured coat. Those distinctive beards and eyebrows. And that coat texture helps protect them when they're working.
I mean, you look at an Irish and you should just think look like they're about to come out of themselves. They're just a cool breed. One of my favorite breeds.
And here is the miniature Bull Terrier.
Yep, this is Luke Bagenstos with Mac. And we'll have to see if we can find Mac's card, but Luke told us earlier in the week that Mac has a penchant for redecorating and remodeling the chain link fence.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Exactly. Miniature Bull Terriers are a lot of dog. They're the smaller version of the Bull Terrier with that same egg-shaped head, and they are strong.
Very strong for their size. I think someone has to have a really good sense of humor to have a miniature Bull Terrier.
Very good sense
but
of humor.
a super cool breed, fun and sweet.
Luke's very involved with the breed. So as a handler, this is kind of the breed he has really put a lot of his own personal time and effort into. The Bedlington Terrier here with Kelly Miller is Monte Carlo.
He is 5 years old from West Bend, Wisconsin. The #1 Bedlington Terrier in the country for the last couple years. Bedlington Terriers Don't let that look fool you. They're very athletic, very fast, very agile. You can see
very
that
tough.
Very tough. They have that curve over their back, which allows them to turn on a dime and be very, very quick.
And, you know, you look at them, you think, oh, cute, you know, little lamb haircut. Let me tell you.
No, they're tough.
Yep. And I'm trying to remember, Kelly told me this when she first started this dog. They come in different colors, and I want to say this is a liver?
They do. So this is a liver, but they come in different colors like blue, blue and tan, sandy.
And so they mostly look white, but you can just see a little shading. It's very, very interesting. Most of the ones you see are blue.
Many, blue is very common. And this is the Lakeland Terrier being shown by Bill McFadden.
I think this is Ike, the Lakeland Terrier. Lakeys are just a cute little breed. Historically done a lot of winning. You can see the fall of hair that comes down over their eyes.
Ike is 2 years old. He's from Gilroy, California.
He's crazy for toys.
Probably most of these dogs are, right?
I love the handlers that are so kind to us and give us cute things to say about their dogs and are very patient with our demands.
Ike finished his championship the weekend of Montgomery County, which is the large terrier show in October, and we were very fortunate that we were able to be there and live stream the event. And that is available on demand for anyone that wants to go back and watch Montgomery County. You find it on akc.tv.
The Rat Terriers. Here, you remember all these dogs here in the Terrier group also had jobs. A lot of them compete in Earth Dogs, but here it's in the name, the Rat Terrier. This is Monica LaMontagne. That Rat Terrier.
Monica's showing Vance. He's 2.5 years old. Won Best of Breed at the Westminster Kennel Club last year.
Nicknamed Fancy Pants. There you go. These are, again, Rat Terriers relatively new to the Terrier group, I want to say in the last couple years, 3 years maybe.
Yeah, one of the newer breeds that has been recognized
nice, low
by
maintenance,
the American Kennel Club. They were recognized in 2013.
Okay, there you go.
Parson Russell Terrier, number 19.
Parson with Dinah Baggenstoss. And there are two breeds that you'll see tonight, the Parson Russell Terrier and the Russell Terrier. The Parson is the taller, squarer version of the two.
This Parson Russell Terrier is Target. He's 3 years old, from Rainier, Washington?
Rainier.
Rainier. See, I need Laura here for all those Northwest-isms.
If you can say Issaquah, then you are from the Northwest. If you can't, you're in trouble.
I got to cross Oregon and Washington off my list. I hadn't been to either state.
Oh my God,
Laura.
You've never been to my home state? What are you doing?
I can cross both of those off my list. I mean, I crossed the river last night for dinner, so I'm
Just
counting Washington State.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Because of course the Columbia River is the border between the two states.
So.
And Dinah Baggenstoss lives in the Dalles, which is literally on the Columbia River, just about an hour east of here. So there you go. Okay, you remember we saw the toy Manchester earlier, right? Here's your standard Manchester. This is Adrian Guillon with Riot. And the difference between the two breeds is in the weight. And I'm gonna try and pick my brain. I wanna say that the weight of the standard is under 20 pounds, or is it under 22 pounds?
All right, so let's see here. So the toy variety cannot be over 12 pounds.
Yep.
The standard variety needs to be between 12 and 22 pounds.
22. There you go.
Manchester Terriers are also the oldest documented terrier breed. They were developed to be the premier rat hunter.
In Manchester, kind of that industrial part of England, the Industrial Revolution, all of that. And it's interesting, if you look at the artwork of the old dogs, they look just like this.
Yeah, unchanged.
It's unchanged, really intensely cool.
And if you are a lover or appreciate some dog art, I hope everyone will come
absolutely.
to the AKC Museum of the Dog, which is getting set to open
February
8th,
There you go.
opening day.
I actually went to the Museum of the Dog when it was still in St. Louis.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh my God, it was
Exciting.
cool.
Well, I hope you'll come to New York
Well, I'm
and see
coming to
it.
the garden, so I'll see you
Well,
there.
come.
Yep.
Museum is incredible.
Very cool.
I have
you
been
gotten, like, a
lucky enough
preview?
to get a little preview, and
Okay, I
can tell you
could
that
be a little bit jealous of that.
yeah,
I
it
could.
looks the space is incredible. It looks beautiful. The art looks amazing. There's some really, really cool installations, some interactive stuff.
Nice.
The design is amazing.
Here's our American Hairless Terrier, and the Hairless Terrier is hairless, and it is basically a descendant of the Rat Terrier, if I understand it correctly.
And the American Hairless Terrier can come in a coated variety.
Yes.
So
And so can the. Did you know that so can the Sholo?
I did know that.
Yeah.
This is Verde. He's 3 years old from Billings, Montana.
The puppies are born.
American Hairless Terrier puppies are born all with coat, and then it drops off as they begin to mature. Look at what we're learning.
I traveled with American Hairless Terriers and didn't know that. How cool is that? Okay, up on the table here is the Australian Terrier with Cheyenne Schlecht. Australian Terriers are very, very specific. They have that ruff around the neck frill, and they're a little longer bodied, where so many of our terriers we see are just really bang on square.
Yeah, a little longer body than a lot of them. This is Ralphie. He is 7 years old from Aspen, Colorado.
Nice.
Also loves agility.
Chasing bears and elk and deer off the property. Wow. That is a brave little bugger right there. And I think that's the thing we need to remember about our terriers is they own the ground that they stand on and the bears. Next up is the Border Terrier.
This is Duncan. Duncan is 3 years old.
He's being shown by one of Amy Rutherford's assistants.
Yeah, we'll see Amy Rutherford a little later in the terrier group, a very successful handler. So she's got some hardworking assistants helping her out.
Yes, she does. And
to
when
get all these dogs shown.
When you're a big winner, when you have a good day, you start scrounging. This is one of her normal assistants, but I have gotten scrounged. It can get that desperate. You know what I'm saying?
Duncan's one of the top border terriers in the country. Border Terriers have this unique look to their head and face. They have that otter face.
Yeah, it's the otter-shaped head. And they're just a cool, low-maintenance terrier. And the other thing that I love about them, really, is that they were designed to hunt with packs of hounds.
Yep.
And so they get along with other dogs really, really well. Generally, I mean, you know.
So in that case, the Border Terrier would go to ground to get the fox out of the hole, and then the foxhounds would do their job.
Yep. Yep. They trotted along, and while the fox, I just think it's a cool breed.
This is the miniature Schnauzer, developed in Germany. So we talked about so many of these terrier breeds being developed in England and the United Kingdom. The miniature Schnauzer was developed in Germany.
Remember, we talked earlier, bred down from the standard
Schnauzer that we saw earlier. This is Twink.
She's had a great weekend, too. She's won the breed every day.
She is 2 years old and placed in the terrier group yesterday, I think.
I think so, yeah.
She's from Salt Lake City.
And her owner, breeder owner, handler here is Karma Ewer, and she's pretty excited about Twink. I think she's worked hard to get to this point.
Twink won the national specialty for miniature schnauzers last year. National specialties are hosted by the parent clubs for each breed. So sort of the premier show for each breed.
And I'm always really, really impressed. The owner handlers in the terrier group competing with some of the top professional handlers in the breed, and they work so hard and are
these
so
terriers
dedicated.
Have
lot
it
of
requires a lot of consistent grooming to
Yep.
keep them looking like this for the show ring.
And this is King with Gabriel Rangel, and you want to talk about one of the best in the business in terms of putting a dog together.
Yeah,
Gabriel really,
Gabriel's one of the top professional handlers in the country. King was the #1 terrier in the country last year. Excited when he recognizes
and King is, of course, owned by Victor Malzoni. He's been a dog that's been shown
all over the world.
All over the world,
He has
yeah.
had wins at the World
Yeah,
Dog Show.
absolutely.
Big wins at Crufts, which is a dog show in England in the spring. It's one of the largest dog shows in the world, largest dog show in England.
And he's very convinced that he's cool. I mean, that's the great thing about a terrier. You look at them and they just know.
King won the terrier group the last couple of days here in Portland.
Wire fox, and then the other variety is the smooth fox.
Separate breeds.
Oh, that's right, separate breeds.
Separate breeds,
yeah. Yep. Originally, the breeds were...
They worked with foxhounds, like we were
Right,
we were
right.
talking about with the Border Terrier.
Right, but the smooth and the wire, weren't they originally from the same litters?
Yeah,
and they eventually developed two different
into
breeds.
two different distinct breeds.
Right.
Yep.
Right. This Welsh Terrier is, I just love this breed. I think Welsh are so cool.
They're a very cool
And
breed.
being very naughty tonight. I'm going to guess this might be a young dog. This is one of Gabriel's assistants. This young man works so hard. I've watched him in the setup. Absolutely just learning from the master, and I give him a lot of respect for that.
This Welsh Terrier is Cooper. He is 2 years old. Like Laura said, this is Gabriel Rangel's assistant showing him. This is Arturo Montalvo.
Welsh are a breed that Yvonne and Gabriel Rangel actually breed themselves. They did not breed this particular Welsh. But look at the little Welshman. I like the Welsh. I think
They're super cool and tough. They were used to
Very
hunt
tough.
otter, fox, and badger.
and kind of in the middle of those black and tan hard-coated terriers. You got the Airedale, you got the Welsh, you got the Lakeland. Although Lakeland doesn't have to be, of course, black and tan.
And this is Boss, the Russell Terrier from Kalispell, Montana.
Remember, we talked about the Parson, now we have the
Now
Russell.
we have the Russell, which I'll confess is one of my favorite terrier breeds. I think they are so cute. Boss is just 15 months old, so a youngster.
So the Russell is the long and low version.
Yep, so shorter legs.
Mhm.
Parsons have longer legs, and like you said, Parsons are a little shorter back. Russells are a little bit longer. They have that rectangular proportion.
If you fail geometry, don't come to the dog show. We do lots of squares and rectangles. Here we've got the Norfolk Terrier with Amy Rutherford. Remember, if you've listened, you've heard us other nights talking about the mnemonic device I used when I was a kid learning how to tell the difference between the Norfolk and the Norwich. And the Norfolk, the ears fell down, and the Norwich, the ears look like
witches' hats,
Yep.
right?
Witch
That's how I
hats.
learned.
Exactly.
This Norfolk is Belle. She's 2 years old. She's being shown by Amy Rutherford. Belle is from England. She came to this country last year.
And she is a Best in Show winner from the classes, which I'm here to tell you is not an easy thing to do.
Now we get a look at the Scottish Terrier. This is Cooper T. He's 3 years old from Mount Shasta, California. We're told that Cooper T loves to chase jackrabbits and play the piano. So
what up with that?
multi-talented.
Uh-oh. And he's going to be a Scotty.
Scotties have very powerful, strong legs and feet, like many of these terriers, but really Scotties, powerful diggers. They're bred to go to ground. They have similar heritages to the other Scottish breeds, like the Cairn Terrier and the West Highland White Terrier. And we've had a couple of Scottish Terriers live in the White House.
Franklin Roosevelt, if I remember correctly. Am I right?
Yes, you are right, along with George W. Bush.
Mm-hmm. Although George Bush normally more known for the Springer, but...
Well, George Bush Sr.,
Ah.
Springer, George W. Bush,
Oh, yes.
Scottish Terrier.
There you go.
There's your presidential dog history for the day. This is the Sealyham Terrier on the table right now. Cooper. We've had a couple Coopers in the Terrier group.
Yes.
That's a very
yes,
popular name.
Yes.
Sealyham Terriers are always white with usually some sort of marking on their head and ears. They're a very tough breed, courageous, full of tenacity, like so many of these terrier breeds.
This Cairn Terrier here is with Yvonne Rangel. This is Isabel.
She is 3 years old from Upland, California. Cairn Terrier's most remembered for The Wizard of Oz.
Toto on The Wizard of Oz. There you go.
You can see that Cairn Terrier spirit right there with Isabel.
Westie with David Gignac. This is OP, I do believe.
Another one of our friends from Canada,
there
right?
There you go, another Canadian. It's an international dog show. David Gignac does a beautiful job with the West Island Red Terrier. He just does. He really has shown some really good ones. And
very successful
puts them
handler with
together.
this breed. One of the top dogs in Canada, actually.
We've got a number of actually very, very top dogs down here from Canada that have been quite successful this weekend.
Another breed developed in Scotland in the 19th century. These different terriers were separated into individual breeds, and the Westie was one of those. Always come in this solid white color with that characteristic dark pigment with their eyes and nose.
Very popular companion. Very fun-loving little dogs.
Another native Irish terrier breed.
This is Kiki with Beverly Wright Osment. Glenavimal are a very, very interesting breed. They are thought of as the Turnspit breed, but I believe they also, if my understanding is correct, went to ground after Badger.
And a breed that has a different sort of shape and build to it than a lot of the typical terriers, a little longer.
With the endocoprastic front to get underneath the turnspit. It's my understanding from the breeders.
Now we have the Norwich Terrier, Isaac, with Taffy McFadden. Isaac was the group winner at the AKC National Championship in December, so he really ended the year on a high note and has started off this year very successfully.
Do love the little hedgehogs.
Norwich and Norfolk were one breed at one point, like Laura mentioned earlier, and then they were separated in 1979. Norwich are one of the smallest working terriers.
And if you see them when they're puppies, they look just like hedgehogs. They're the cutest things you've
They
ever
are very, very cute. And Isaac is our last dog in the terrier group here for our judge, Michael Woods. So everybody's going to get lined back up here. We have a very full terrier group. He's going to walk down the line and have another look at everybody. This is a really strong group. All the groups have been, but very competitive terrier group.
How many national specialty winners did you count
A
out
lot. I felt like I kept saying it, right? So many.
That's why I say I think the terrier group at this show gets better every year.
So it looks like our judge is going to make a short list. He's starting with the American Staffordshire Terrier. I'm going to pull out the soft-coated Wheaton Terrier.
Thrilled for Elena. She has just beautiful dogs.
The Irish Terrier, the Bedlington Terrier, the Lakeland Terrier. Manchester Terrier, the standard Manchester Terrier, the miniature Schnauzer, and the Wire Fox Terrier. The West Highland White Terrier and the Norwich Terrier. And they're going to go around one at a time again, starting with the American Staffordshire Terrier. There goes the soft-coated Wheaton Terrier, a crowd favorite here. The Irish Terrier. The Bedlington Terrier. The Lakeland Terrier. There goes the Manchester Terrier. The miniature Schnauzer. The Wire Fox Terrier. The West Highland White Terrier. And finally, we have the Norwich Terrier. This is not an easy decision.
A lot of people out there to master their craft.
Yeah, that, right? Beautiful dogs and really talented handlers. Looks like he's pulling out the Wire Fox Terrier first, followed by the Bedlington Terrier. The miniature Schnauzer. And the Irish Terrier. Then that is it. King, the Wire Fox Terrier, is the winner of the Terrier group, followed by the Bedlington Terrier, the miniature Schnauzer, and the Irish Terrier. One more group to go before Best in Show. The herding group will be next here on AKC TV, and we'll be back in a moment.
This is a Labrador Retriever. This is a Golden Retriever. They may seem similar, but when you take a closer look, the details tell a different story. These dogs eat, digest, and process energy differently. At Royal Canin, we obsess over these details. So we developed over 200 specific formulas for cats and dogs, because precise nutrition can transform your pet into a magnificent animal. Royal Canin, incredible in every detail.
We are AKC TV, the digital network for all things dogs. AKC TV, powered by the American Kennel Club, brings 130 years of dog expertise to dog lovers the world over. From a front row seat at world-class dog events, to training and health tips for you and your pup, to programming created especially for you and your best friend. Find us online and on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. AKC TV. Sit, stay, watch.
Welcome back to the Rose City Classic here in Portland, Oregon. I'm Bill Ellis, here with Laura Reeves on AKC TV. We just finished the Terrier group. You can see our 4 dogs at place waiting there for their ribbons. The Wire Fox Terrier was the winner of the Terrier group, followed by the Bedlington Terrier, the miniature Schnauzer, and the Irish Terrier. Our 6th group of the evening. We saw the Kazan win the non-sporting group earlier this evening. The Labrador Retriever win the sporting group. The working group was won by the Boxer. The Hound group was won by the Petit Basset Griffon Bondéan. The toy group was won by the miniature Pinscher, and we just saw the Wire Fox Terrier win the Terrier group. We have the herding group left to go before Best in Show. As we wait for the herding group to come in, remember AKC TV is available at our website, akc.tv, and also available on Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku. Search AKC in the App Store on any of those devices. The herding group about to come in now is going to be judged by Mr. James Moses from Wentzville, Missouri.
The herding group.
Herding breeds are often still used on farms and ranches to gather, herd, and protect livestock. They performed these functions for thousands of years. Some of these breeds, like the German Shepherd dog, are also trained for police and protection work. And many of them excel at different companion and performance events. We always see Border Collies as very, very successful agility and obedience dogs.
Amazing number of triple champions in this group. Triple, quadruple even.
Our judge, James Moses, a very successful professional handler for many, many years, showed some of the top winning dogs of all time, including the top winning dog of all time, the German Shepherd dog, Altana's Mystique.
German Shepherd dog, number 9.
Our first dog up in the herding group is the German Shepherd dog,
Tony.
And Tony was best in show the first evening here, right, in Portland on Thursday. And he was reserved best in show last night, so he's had an amazing weekend so far. The #1 German Shepherd in the country right now.
Kent Boyles, of course, handling Tony. I remember seeing Kent show Rumor and win the Garden a couple years ago.
Tony loves to play ball, chases cats, and snuggle next to his chihuahuas.
There you go.
Well, we talked about how tough those chihuahuas were earlier, so.
Chihuahuas scare me.
They're well matched, right?
Right.
Number 6.
This is the Beauceron that our judge James Moses is going over right now. This is Matrice. She's 2 years old from Woodbridge, Connecticut, shown by
Amy McLaughlin.
Thank you. Oh, she's the first female Beauceron to ever win a Best in Show. The first of 3 Belgian breeds in the herding group. This is the Belgian Tervuren that I will confess is one of my favorite herding breeds. I think they are so beautiful.
Interesting. I had a Belgian fancier friend of mine send me a lot of information about the 3 different breeds of Belgians, and of course the 4th, the Laekenois, that's still in miscellaneous. And they talk about the sort of the plain Jane of the Malinois and the more business casual or Saturday afternoon of the sheepdog, and the very much dressed up of the Belgian Tervuren.
I think that's a Great way to describe the Tervuren. Dressed up. That beautiful fawn mahogany coat. And this is the Australian Shepherd.
And the Australian Shepherd here is with Ashley McClure. Australian Shepherd, of course, not developed in Australia.
An American breed.
Exactly.
This is Wally. He's just a year old. So the Australian Shepherd, an American breed, but this dog is from New Zealand. And today is his first birthday.
Happy birthday, Wally. Good job, Ashley.
Belgian Malinois, number 5.
The Malinois breed that is very, very, very popular and growing in popularity with protection, police, law enforcement, military.
They need a job to do, and they excel at those jobs. They make amazing police and military dogs. This is Tebow, being shown by Gene Hargis. He's 5 years old. Also competes in agility.
The intensity in those dogs is literally amazing.
Rock Collie, number 9.
This is the Rough Collie. Collies come in 2 different varieties based on their coat. This is the Rough Collie that most people associate with Lassie. This is Kaysen. He's a year and a half old from Seattle, Washington, being shown by Juliana Falk. This dog's sire has produced 78 champions. Wow.
He is the 78.
He is the 78. So there might be more. There probably are more. He was the 78.
There you go.
And this is the Border Collie. This is Cole. Cole is 19 months old. He's being shown by Julie Despot. He's owned by Karen Marcault, and he helps Karen with her goats every day. I'm sure he's a very capable and talented herder with the goats.
This is the Bearded Collie. Is that Graham?
Yep, Graham Burden is showing Summer, the Bearded Collie. She's 5 years old. Another dog just starting their specials career. Bearded Collies were developed in Scotland. They have that long coat to help protect them when they're out working and doing their job as talented herders. We saw the Rough Collie a couple minutes ago. Now we get to see the Smooth Collies. You can see the coat difference there. That's the only difference between the two. Smooth Collies have this flat coat all over them.
This is Alex Erb. She's a breeder in owner, I do believe.
Alex is showing Lizzie. She's a year and a half old. Now our third of the Belgian breeds. We saw the Belgian Tervuren and the Belgian Malinois. This is the Belgian Sheepdog. Belgian Sheepdogs are always this solid black color. They were used in World War I in the battlefields as messenger dogs, ambulance dogs, and draft dogs. Today they're also used as search and rescue and as guide and therapy dogs. This is Vasya. He is 4.5 years old. Being shown by Penny King from Nevada. now we have the Entlebucher Mountain Dog, another one of those Swiss breeds. We saw the Bernese Mountain Dog and the Greater Swiss Mountain Dog in the working group earlier. This is the Entlebucher here in the herding group. This is Neo. He is 4 years old, being shown by Rebecca Hahn.
I think they're kind of a cool little breed, actually.
I think they're a very cool breed. Kind of a sucker for that, those markings that the Swiss breeds have, that black with the white and tan points. And now we get to see the Berger Picard.
Vivian from here in Portland.
Considered to be the most ancient French sheepdog. Have that rough kind of tousled coat, and those pricky ears gives them a very distinct look. And a breed that's been featured in a few different films, like the film Because of Winn-Dixie.
First known as the Winn-Dixie dog, as far as anybody could know.
This is the Australian cattle dog with Kim Griffith showing him tonight. Australian cattle dogs are an Australian breed. Talented herders, very smart and athletic.
This is Randy Benz with the Finnish Lapphund, which I think are very cool little dogs that herd reindeer.
I mean, how cool a job is it that you get to herd reindeer?
Right?
This is Mikey. He's 3.5 years old. Dog who also competes in obedience and agility. Competed in agility this weekend, actually.
I really like those. Those are very cute little dogs.
And this is the Old English sheepdog, JR. JR is 2.5 years old. He's with Luke Bagenstos. Old English sheepdogs are not for the faint of heart when it comes to grooming.
No, a lot of work there.
Takes a little bit of brushing.
Never forget my one girlfriend whose parents went on vacation and she didn't brush the dog the whole time.
Uh-oh.
And she paid me like, we're in high school, right? You know, $100 to brush this dog out.
Takes some consistent brushing.
Yes, indeed.
This is the Norwegian Buhund, a rare herding breed. Actually, one of the girls that I work with back home at the AKC offices has the Norwegian Buhund.
That's Bailey Lewis. It should be Anders. Yeah, that's Anders.
Anders is 7 years old from Port Orchard, Washington. Also has multiple herding titles. His CGC and his Trick Dog title. Lots of titles.
Will you need electricity or? No, I can do battery. Okay, but just a high-speed internet. High-speed would be like.
And this is the Icelandic sheepdog, the only breed native to Iceland. Thought to have arrived with the Vikings in the 9th and 10th centuries. Breed is still used for herding in Iceland and also trained for search and rescue. Now our judge, James Moses, is going over the Spanish water dog. Spanish water dogs have this distinctive coat. It's curly and woolly. It's a single coat, and then it hangs in natural curls, and then it forms cords that you'll see often on these dogs. It's a breed with minimal shedding.
So I still want to know how the Spanish water dog wound up in the herding group.
They're herding.
Fish?
Well, they're a very versatile breed, and they are a water retriever also, but they are definite herders. And another all-American breed. This is the miniature American Shepherd. Developed in California. Breeders wanted to create a dog that stood under 17 inches tall to herd and work on farms and ranches. So this is our last group of the evening here in Portland. After the completion of the herding group right now, we will be bringing you Best in Show live. This is the Shetland sheepdog on the table now. This is Conrad. He is 4 years old. #1 Shetland sheepdog in the country, one of the top herding dogs. Developed on Scotland's Shetland Islands. Very talented herders. They're also great all-purpose farm dogs. And this is the Pumi, Teddy.
Tom Levy and his wife, Chris, were pretty active in having this breed recognized, actually, as handling the dog.
A newer breed, recognized in 2016.
And they told me when I spoke with them on Pure Dog Talk that these are very much serious herding dogs.
Serious
They look
workers,
like koalas,
talented
but
herders.
They are real, very high drive working dogs.
Well, they were developed in Hungary to do that, have high drive, and be talented workers and herders. This is the Swedish Valhund on the table right now. One of the original breeds of Sweden, dating back to the era of the Vikings. This Swedish Valhund is Sushi.
Sushi?
Sushi's 15 months old. Being shown by her breeder and owner, Heather Christensen. Now the first of two corgis. This is the Cardigan Welsh Corgi. The corgis we'll see 2 corgis. They're separate breeds. Cardigans are the corgi with the tail. Pembroke Welsh corgis are the corgis without the tail, but there's other distinct differences. Cardigans are a little bit bigger, with different ear shapes than the Pembrokes. This is Ramey. He's almost 3 years old, from Auburn, Washington, being shown by Dixie Ray Sick.
Dixie's shown a lot of good cardigans here in the Northwest. This is the only cardigan that got a Best in Show all of 2018.
And all of last year. Nice job. This is Etta, the Pembroke Welsh Corgi.
Etta is breeder owner handled.
So compared to the Cardigan, the Pembroke is a little shorter back, a little lighter bone, smaller pointed ears, and of course there's the difference in tail. It is so noticeable. Etta is our last dog in the herding group. So our herding dogs are going to get lined back up here for our judge, James Moses, who has a tough job ahead of him as he picks his winners. Looks like he's going to make a short list. No, maybe we're just going to have the whole group go one at a time around. Or maybe he's going to keep me guessing and I should just stop and wait and find out what he's going to do.
Mr. Moses is going to do it his way.
So we have the German Shepherd go around, Tony. There goes the Belgian Sheepdog, is going to go around. Conrad, the Shetland Sheepdog, is going around by himself now. And now the Pembroke Welsh Corgi gonna go around by herself. Etta. So he's got them lined up here, and yep, the German Shepherd dog Tony is the winner of the herding group. The Shetland Sheepdog is second. Third is the Pembroke Welsh Corgi. Fourth is the Belgian Sheepdog. And that's it. We have our 7 dogs for Best in Show, which is coming up next. We will be back in just a moment here on AKC TV to bring you Best in Show live, so stay with us.
This is a Labrador Retriever. This is a Golden Retriever. They may seem similar, but when you take a closer look, the details tell a different story. These dogs eat, digest, and process energy differently. At Royal Canin, we obsess over these details. So we developed over 200 specific formulas for cats and dogs. Because precise nutrition can transform your pet into a magnificent animal. Royal Canin, incredible in every detail.
There are certain breeds that are going to be great apartment dogs if you live in New York City. There's going to be other breeds that are fabulous working dogs for you if you're out on a ranch.
He is my best friend.
AKC.org is the best place to start because they have all the information about any breed you can think of.
What's not to love about this face?
Roxy sure is having fun.
Party's over, Six Legs. She's got Simparica now.
Simpera what?
Simparica is what kills ticks and fleas like us.
Kills?
Kills! Studies show at the end of the month, it kills more ticks in less time than Frontline Plus and NexGard.
Guess we should mosey on.
See you never, Roxy.
Use Simparica with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. The most common side effects are vomiting, diarrhea, and lethargy. Say goodbye to ticks and fleas with monthly Simparica chewables.
Welcome back to the Rose City Classic here in Portland, Oregon. I'm Bill Ellis here with Laura Reeves. We've seen all 7 groups judged at the Dog Fanciers Association of Oregon, and we are getting ready for Best in Show now. Best in Show this evening will be judged by Linda Moore from Cary, North Carolina. Remember, if you're joining us on Facebook, you want to go over and check out our website, which is akc.tv. This live stream is there, along with lots and lots of other great content. We're going to readjust the sign here a little bit. You can also check out AKC TV on Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku. Just search AKC in the App Store if you have any of those devices. Here we go. Our dogs are going to come in one at a time. The German Shepherd dog leads it off. There goes Tony, the winner of the herding group. Here comes the winner of the working group, Wilma the boxer.
That's Livy the Labrador with Julie.
The Kazan.
Django. There's Fred, he's too sexy.
The Wire Fox Terrier is the winner of the Terrier group, and our last dog in Best in Show is the Toy group winner, the Miniature Pinscher. Our judge, Linda Moore, has had a good look at all these dogs to get her first impression, and she's going to have the German Shepherd come out first to go over Tony, the winner of the herding group that we just saw with his breeder owner handler, Kent Boyles. Tony is 3 years old from Edgerton, Wisconsin. He's the #1 German Shepherd dog in the country right now. He's having a good time. Ready to go. Tony was the Best in Show winner on Thursday night's show here in Portland and was reserved Best in Show last night. See if he can keep that streak going. And now we have the winner of the working group, Wilma the boxer. Wilma is one of the top dogs in the country for 2018. She was the #1 boxer and the #1 working dog in the country. And she was last night's Best in Show winner, and she was reserved the night before. She and Tony have been the big winners so far this weekend.
Two of the top dogs in the country, so it makes sense.
Wilma is shown by Michael Shepard from Texas. Nicely done, Wilma. And this is the Labrador Retriever, Libby, with Julie Romeo. Libby won the sporting group the first night here in Portland as well, and repeated this evening under our sporting group judge, Michael Faulkner. Here is our smiling Dutchman, the Kazan, Django. Django is shown by his breeder and owner, Gene Hargis. Kazans evolved in Holland, where they were known as a barge dog and used to patrol barges, riverboats, and farms. In the 1700s, Kazans became the mascot of the Dutch Patriot Party. And here is Fred, the Petit Basset Griffon Vendéen, or PBGV for short. Fred's being shown by Tanya Struble. such a fun, cute breed. Fred's having a really good time. PBGVs have this characteristic tousled appearance that you can see with Fred. Good job, Fred. Showing really well. And here is the Wire Fox Terrier, King. King was the top terrier in the country last year with his handler, Gabriel Rangel. We talked about King's impressive international resume. He has had big wins at the World Dog Show as well as Crufts in England, another one of the largest dog shows in the world. And now a very successful show career here in this country with Gabriel. There goes King around the ring for our judge, Linda Moore. And our final dog in Best in Show is the winner of the toy group, the Miniature Pinscher. This is Francesca. Francesca's not quite 2 years old yet, a youngster. She's just 20 months old from Concord, California. Being shown by Jacqueline Zwerm. And that is our final dog in Best in Show this evening. Our judge, Linda Moore, gets to pick from 7 beautiful dogs tonight. We started the day with over 2,400 dogs here at the Rose City Classic in Portland. A huge entry this weekend. Down to the final 7. And we're going to have each dog go around one at a time, starting with Tony, the German Shepherd. And then Wilma, the boxer, will go around. Last night's Best in Show winner. There goes Libby, the Labrador Retriever. The Kazan, the winner of the non-sporting group. Here comes the PBGV, the winner of the hound group, Fred. And there goes King, winner of the Terrier group, the Wire Fox Terrier. And our last little dog in Best in Show, this is the winner of the toy group, Francesca, the Miniature Pinscher. Our judge, Linda Moore, has made her decisions. She'll award 2 dogs this evening. She will start with Reserve Best in Show, and then award our final award, which is Best in Show. She just has to mark it official in her judge's book. As a reminder, we will live stream tomorrow the shows from here in Portland again, and also from Novi, Michigan. Remember, tomorrow afternoon, if you're following the shows in Michigan, if you want to continue watching that stream once Portland begins, go to akc.tv/Michigan. Everything will be up there, as well as available on demand once the events are finished. And our Reserve Best in Show is the Wire Fox Terrier. And Best in Show is the German Shepherd dog. I'm here with our Best in Show judge, Linda Moore, our Reserve Best in Show winner, Gabriel Rangel King, and of course, Tony and handler Ken Boyles, our Best in Show winner. Linda, what did you, so here's my question. I was thinking about this before I came out here. Big shows, we started with over 2,400 dogs. Does anything change in your preparation when the shows are this large and you're going to go out there to judge Best in Show?
No, it really doesn't. Even small shows can have a terrific Best in Show lineup like this one. You get 7 good dogs in the ring, sometimes in the middle of the back of beyond.
Well, it was really fun to watch. Beautiful, beautiful dogs. Let's see, Kent, will you come over here? Congratulations. Yeah, so your second Best in Show of the weekend. Pretty great start to the year. How do you feel?
Really fantastic and really honored to have Ms. Moore put this dog Best in Show because she's really a super respected herding dog person, so we're thrilled.
Well, it was really fun for all of us to watch. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you so much, Linda. Say it again.
The beautiful lineup.
Beautiful lineup. You heard it here. Thank you so much for joining us from the Rose City Classic here in Portland, Oregon on AKC TV. Have a great night, everyone.